Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show. Right here, baby, at 6 Scale Cantina. And are you kidding me? Is it the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington? And am I going to serve up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk? Come on. And I say, yes. Look, live and raw here on a Wednesday evening after that third episode of the Book of Boba Fett. Look, I had to put that hat on again, baby. Are you absolutely kidding me? Holy smokes. Look, I'm not going to give any spoilers away on this episode 3. But is it possible that it was actually the best episode yet? And I say, yes. I was absolutely freaking blown away by the third episode of the Book of Boba Fett. And you have to wonder, is it possible that I have put together where Favreau and Filoni may be going with this? We'll have to see. But wow, all I will tell you is, as far as future releases that we all talked about last year, is it possible we're ever going to get a C-3PO drop? Is it possible, we're ever going to get Jabba the Hutt? Is it possible we're ever going to get some of these expanded universe characters? Come on, baby. We're going to get a freaking ton. And listen, make no mistake about it. You're going to get as many figures from the Book of Boba Fett that you got from the Mandalorian. Absolutely. It's going to happen. And we're going to get some epic ones. And listen, what we've seen on screen so far, we haven't seen anything yet. All I will tell you about this episode is that it is absolutely epic. And Tamora Morrison is hitting home runs, hitting it absolutely out of the park with playing this character, the new Godfather, Michael Corleone. He's kind of smooth, man. And Ming-Na Wen, oh my goodness, Fennec Shand, absolutely hitting it out of the park. I was blown away today. Is it possible that I was actually more blown away from some of the Star Wars things that were shown in there from Favreau and Filoni? And I say, yes. Come on. Oh my goodness gracious. I was tingling every episode. And look, baby, I know what this is building up to. But listen, we got a lot to talk about here today. But first, how the heck are you all doing? I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'll be serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk. Look, it's not even 6 o'clock yet, and we're live and raw, baby. And we already got 48 in here, and I just came on. Let me say hi to some of you in here. Star Wars Universe. Star Wars Universe in the house, he says. Don't know what you're watching, Aries, but it's sucking. How did you... Look, I guess it's, to each their own, I thought it was one of the most amazing episodes that I've ever seen Star Wars Universe in Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett combined. Are you kidding me? How can you even say that with all the fan service that was put in here and the awesome storyline? I am absolutely captivated by this show. I don't know, but how are you? Welcome in here. Lane Kramer in the house. Lane, what's going on? Aries, where is your Boba 2-pack at? It's I told you. I told everybody since February of last year, Lane. It's I pre-ordered it from Sideshow. And is it possible now that they've done their unsealed and revealed, forget about their unboxing, that they're going to be shipping that? I'm going to be getting a shipping notice anyway, any day. And I say yes. And we're going to go over that today. Everything is kind of where we're going over that book of Boba Fett 2-pack because there is a lot to discuss. So I'm going to give you in-depth market analysis. We're going to look at what's going on with that 2-pack. A lot of games being played between resellers on that particular thing. But that's going to be coming out from Sideshow real quick. So that's where it's at. It's at the warehouses at Sideshow, my friend. But good to have you in here. Okay, so see you in March then. Now you're dead wrong. I'm not going to tell you that, Lane, because we're friends, but you're wrong. You're wrong, my man. I'm not going to wait till March. I'm going to have this in here in probably about 2 or 3 weeks. Anyway, that's right, John. They did say a few weeks. I saw it on their chat. Welcome in here, and let's go through everybody in here. Riley Ramirez in the house. Welcome in, Aries. Let's just say I could definitely see Road Boba re-releasing with an animal. If you know what I'm getting at, baby. Listen, we're going to go over that a little bit later today, too. It's one of the topics, Riley. And you have to wonder, does the Dark Jedi agree with that sentiment? And I say, keep staying tuned in to find out. Because I do got some thoughts on that, Riley. Definitely, for sure, you're going to get different versions of Boba Fett with this book of Boba Fett series. Yeah, the Clone Collector, man, give me a Black Cranston. Listen, baby. Listen, we all saw that character from last week. And we're not going to get into anything from the episode today. All I will tell you is it was an absolutely phenomenal, epic episode. I am so getting into it, this now. It's not even funny. Ladies man, 727 in the house. Listen, what table you at, ladies man? I've got it here. Look, it's brewing. Here it is. I'm going to black out the screen, baby. Let me do it again. Come on. What table you at? I got the decaf. Perhaps you still want regular. Perhaps everybody in there who wants some off-world Jawa egg juice. Who wants some wizard juice? Wizard juice is very interesting, actually. You have to wonder. Let me put this on the screen.
They call him the Wizard.
They call who the Wizard? Grogu needs a refill already. Yeah. Thank you, ladies, man. Welcome in here tonight to Aries. Harrington is live and raw. Old Wave Kid in the house. What is going on? Devin is in the house. Devin, hey, Aries. Hope you're having a great day. What table you at, Devin? Happy to pour you a tall, cool one, baby. Or would you like your coffee hot? Or would you like spotchka? Come on. Because that's certainly the choice drink of Fennec. And certainly the choice drink of Cobb Vanth. And you have to wonder, is it possible we're going to see Cobb Vanth? You got to wonder how much further that backstory continues to go of, Boba Fett coming out of the Sarlacc pit. You have to wonder. Timothy Oliphant, Deadwood, Justified, now not book, but The Mandalorian. You have to wonder. Max's Kingdom in the house. Welcome. Star Wars universe, okay, but be respectful. That's his opinion. Yeah, we're all gonna have different opinions. Like, I'm being completely serious. This episode blew me away. This episode absolutely blew me away. To see the great acting of Tamora Morrison and how he's taken on and brought life into Boba Fett like I never, ever, ever could imagine. I spilled my coffee I spilled my coffee today with that episode. I had a giant smile on my face. And with all these characters that are coming in, all these characters, Star Wars characters that are coming in, I am just over the moon. This is like one of the hottest things that I have ever seen. And I'm telling you right now, is it possible they're setting this up for a Harrison Ford, reveal? Are we going to see Chewbacca? Are we going to see Cad Bane? Forget about Bill Burr and Timothy Oliphant. Are we going to, see Bosk? They kind of keep teasing that baby. Are we going to see Bosk? You already saw Black Cranston, okay? Are we going to see Dengar? Are we going to see IG-88? What the heck else do you want? And look, and they have to do it right. Because, just like Lael was saying on my show, the market show from this past Saturday, 1/6 scale man, if they were going to bring in Mason now, and he convinced me maybe now's not the right time because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. But if they do, they're going to bring it in. Maybe you're going to see that name drop. Maybe you're going to see that flashback. Maybe you're going to see that lightsaber or something that's going to make you think that's coming. I think there's going to be so much coming. So much coming. Maybe that little tease. I can't wait. All I can tell you is Favreau and Filoni are killing it. Let's continue to go up over here. Noah VA in the house. Welcome to Aries. Welcome to Aries. Tarrington is live and raw. Welcome to Live and Raw. Bob Dylan. Bob's in the house. Fennec is a fox. I love Fennec, baby. And I love, Bob, how about that figure, dude? How about that figure? I'm telling you. John is in the house. Welcome, John. CT 603. Is it possible we're going to get a Cara Dune? And I say no. Look, CT, welcome to Live and Raw. And good to have you in here. We're going to have to, that whole thing but depends on Disney. Here's the simple, fast answer. If Disney brings her back, then you're going to get Cara Dune. If they don't bring her back, then you're not going to get her. But make no mistake about it. The rumors out there are true that Favreau and you never know. Jason in the house. Jason Douglas, an Admiral Thrawn figure would be awesome. Well, listen, is it possible that we're going to get Grand Admiral Thrawn? And I say yes. Look, Jason. Rosario Dawson already dropped, when she was playing Ahsoka. And you have to wonder if I have some Ahsoka news here for later on in the show. You have to wonder. You have to wonder if I actually got, you talk about the Clone Wars Ahsoka. You have to wonder if I heard from the Hot Toys Wizard on this.
They call him the Wizard.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that now, actually, because I'm on Boba Fett. But stay tuned, and we're going to get into that in the show, Jason. But everybody in here, with 70 in here, you have to wonder, is it possible that the Hot Toys Wizard will interrupt this program? And I say, stay tuned to find out. I have a little bit of a funny feeling that the Hot Toys Wizard, he or she, or it, just might. Rebel Scum in the house. What's going on, Rebel Scum? Hello, Aries and people in the chat. Greetings from Peru. Well, greetings to you, my man. Do you want some regular? Do you want some decaf? Do you want some off-world Jawa hazelnut? Do you want, we haven't brought this up in a while, Rebel Scum. Do you want some Tauntaun milk? Does anyone want a Tauntaun? Does anybody want a Luke Hoff? A Han Hoff? Oh, man, I guess we got to save that for this Saturday. I don't know if we can handle it on the show. I don't know. Max is geekdom in the house. What's up, Max? That is amazing. I hope so. Whatever you're talking about there. Clone Trooper in the house. What's going on? Star Wars universe where he put him on here. Valiant Anchors on the house. What's going on? KG is in the house. Can't wait to get KG back in here. What's going on, my friend? Listen, KG Collector is awesome. You've seen him on many of my shows, many of the other shows on the internet. Go to this guy. Go. If you go to 6scalecantina.com Let me put it to you this way. Is it possible if you go to sixscalecantina.com and you go to the links and resources page that there is a link to KG Collector's channel on there? And I say, yes, go on there, click it, subscribe to KG. Looking forward to having him on soon. Blue Snaggletooth in here. Coffee at table 8. Coming right up, baby. Coming right up. 74 in here. Please go ahead and smash and hit that like button. And look, what are we like? 19 away from 2K? I'm like just 19 or 20 subscribers away from 2,000. Listen, I got a mission for you all tonight. Let's get 6 Scale Cantina at 2K. We're like 19 away. Go hit the subscribe button. Tell your grandma. Tell your grandpa. Tell your great-grandfather. Tell your great-great-grandmother. Go tell your sister. Go tell your cousin. Go call Bail Organa. Tell them to hit the subscribe button, babe. Well, Bail better be. Bail better be subscribed. Jimmy Smith's better be subscribed. Bob Dylan put in their coffee time. Quentin is in here. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. See a dream in the house. Let's go. I'm putting in everybody as fast as I can over here. Charles Rubble is in the house. Paul Morales is in the house. Goodness gracious. If I miss you, Star Killer's in the house. Where's the coffee, baby? I don't know. What table are you at, baby? Let me know where you're at, Star Killer. I tell you, I know where Grogu's at. He's at table 5 with T.Y. Popson. Come on. I love Live and Raw. I get to just sit here and kind of hang out with you all. Fob's Figures is in the house. Let's go. I got my Spotchka ready. Listen, when are you going to sell tickets, Fabio, to Fabio Land? Listen, I would absolutely buy tickets to Fabio Land. This guy's got the greatest, the biggest, the largest, the most insane. Forget about the 8 million boxes that aren't open that he shows at the floor. But did you see this guy's display? All right, same thing. You go to sixscalecantina.com, go to the links and resources section. Fob's Figures is in there. Click there, subscribe. Look at his videos. You will be blown away if you want to see a 6-scale collection. It is insane. He's got some other nifty stuff too. Fabio, you got to let me know. You got so much stuff. When are you gonna put out everything that you got, baby? Listen, you should do a collection tour of your unopened boxes. I would watch that. I don't know if anyone's ever done that. You should do that. It's kind of like Fabio Land. Come on. Let's continue to go down over here. Welcome to everybody in here on a Monday. Fabio, thank you. Absolutely. And laugh my butt off. Pate Strick in the house. Here's another guy. Peyton going to be coming back on here within the next couple of weeks. What's up, Aries? Got the grill running. Listen, what are you cooking, baby? What are you cooking? And the perfect show to listen to. Yeah, Peyton's awesome, everybody. Peyton from Pate Strick puts out great videos as well. Also available. His channel. I got every channel. And if you're a channel creator and I don't got you in the links and resources, send me a message. I'll put you up. I put everybody up that I know that does the hot toy stuff anyway. And I probably got to put a few more up. But Pate Strick is awesome, guys. A lot of good thoughts on hot toys. He's been on a lot of the panels that you've seen. Go ahead and subscribe to Pate Strick, who's getting a lot of subscribers really, really quick. So go ahead and do that. Really appreciate that. And welcome in the house. And single songwriter, echoing what I'm saying about Fabio from Fob's Figures, the most epic collection on planet Earth. You have to wonder, is it possible? And I say, yes, from what I know anyway. I mean, there's probably some monk somewhere high up in a mountain that has every figure ever made. So that beats Fabio. I'll have to go on a search. Look who's in the house. Big Daddy 64 coming on in here. Some Ronto steaks will be awesome. Come on, Peyton. Peyton's grilling chicken tonight. And we've got the 6-scale Mafia. Man, that was epic. How many of you enjoyed last week the Aries Tarrington show? With my it was on Wednesday night, and my special guest Anthony from 6-scale Mafia, who's closing in on 1,000 subscribers, And I think check him out. He's having a giveaway. I think he put out a video on that, getting very, very close to 1K. So congratulations to Six Scale Mafia and getting close to that milestone. He puts in here, my brother, missed you Monday. How are you? Close to 1,000 subs myself, bro. Yep, we're just talking about that. And listen, with 80 in here, everybody, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to Six Scale Mafia. Let's go ahead and get into the 1,000 mark. And I was just talking about Six Scale Cantina. Look, let's stop playing around. I'm like 19 or 20 away. Let's get it done tonight. Call your uncle. Call your sister. Call your sister-in-law. Call your uncle's brother, assistant's cousin's mother. Call up Fenix Sand. Well, she better already subscribe. Patrick is in the house. What is going on? Hello. And hello to you. So again, you have to wonder, are we going to get an interruption from the Hot Toys Wizard? We'll have to stay tuned. But look, baby, look. First thing I want to talk about here, and I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to pull this up in here. And here's the first topic for Live and Raw that we're going to spill our coffee over. And maybe I have to hold my coffee when I say it. Fett 2-pack. Best Star Wars Hot Toys release ever. Look, let me remind everybody, because I was thinking about this, and I brought this up, last week on a couple of shows, and I really do think, is it possible that I think that this is the best 2-pack release, the best Hot Toys release ever? And I say, yes. I've never seen a set that could be better than what I'm looking at here. However, don't forget about that DX07. Well, Aries, that head sculpt is so old. Those head sculpts hold up. But remember, you get 2 figures, 2 Lukes with that. And you get that whole diorama that when he's hanging off the thing, waiting for, Leia and Lando and them to turn around for Lando to carry him in the Millennium Falcon, baby. Listen, that's an epic set. And I'll be honest with you, if they redid that set, and updated that set, exactly DX07 upgraded, is it possible that would rival or even beat this set? And I say very possible, because as much as I love this, Luke has got to be my most favorite character. And right now, you see I'm wearing the Boba Fett hat. Man, if they did that DX07 again, upgraded, that set just right now is hot. So you got to take that. You got to take that into consideration. That DX07 is an amazing set. Han and Chewbacca. Let's talk about. I mean, what do you guys think about that DX07? I'm just being real. That DX07. So I'm really talking about starting off with this Fett 2-pack, best Star Wars Hot Toys release ever. And I think that it is. And I think it's possibly the best Hot Toys release ever. I mean, at this day and age, with that head sculpt, I mean, come on. I mean, it is absolutely, I mean, I can't, I mean, just look. I mean, wow. And we're going to go through some of these again. I mean, and I mentioned this in another show. If you took people from the street and you took actual pictures from the Mandalorian, either from the Book of Boba Fett, or you take it from the Mandalorian season 2, and you put them all side by side with this photographer's pictures, is it possible they're going to be able to tell the difference between which is the hot toy and which is the movie shot? And you have to wonder just how many people in the public are actually going to say that actual shots, pictures from the actual show are the hot toys. Remember when they used to do these taste tests and people were convinced, oh, I like Pepsi more than Coke. Oh, I know I love Coke more than Pepsi. Then they do the taste test and they're like, by the way, that's Pepsi. Oh, no. Listen, you have to wonder. But yeah, it's hot. It's hot. But listen, you got to take that DX07. How many of you, that DX07 is hot. And I'm not just using that as a 2-pack. I'm using that as a release. And this is a 2-pack here too. So it kind of goes in. That was a great release. I do think this one's better. Putting in some of these over here. Um, Clone Trooper puts in. I think this Boba head sculpt is the best Hot Toys has done. I agree. I think it's the best head sculpt. And now, how many of you seen the unboxings? How many of you seen some of the reviews that came out? I mean, they're unbelievable. So I've seen the unboxing. I've seen Justin's review. I mean, this figure looks absolutely insane. 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 But I'm bringing up some viable candidates here, and the DX07 is one. Starkiller goes Coke. Hands down wins. Chef DJ puts in DX07 by a landslide. Fett comes in second. Look, I knew some people were going to say that. That's why I'm bringing it up. You know, I was making me think. Let me put in more over here. The Big Daddy 64, great supporter here at 6 Scale Cantina. DX07 was ahead of its time. The accessories are amazing. Yeah. I mean, let me ask you something, the Big Daddy 64. If you go back in time and only use the culture and the time and compare the DX07, not the way it is now, but the way it was when it was released, to the way this was when it was released, I'd almost say it was a draw. I'd almost say they're both as epic. I mean, as a matter of fact, maybe you could almost say, because that's Luke Skywalker for a lot of people, that would even be more epic because it's Luke. Weasel's Figures puts in, DX07 is my favorite set that I own. Look, this is valid points. Kevin Kenobi puts in, the Dark Jedi doing it for the people. I am the Dark Jedi, but you have to wonder, Kevin Kenobi.
They call him the Wizard.
Am I the Wizard? Like, I keep telling you that I'm not, but I'd love to just say it. Come on. And here's another one that Professor is bringing up, and I can't wait to. I was on a show with him, before, and I'm looking for. I think it was with Fox Vacations, Professor that we were on. Looking forward to getting him on the paddle over here soon. But he puts in Tarkin Invader set is up there for me, although the Boba set is fantastic. Yeah. I mean, that's another one too. So we talked about DX07. So when we're talking about this Boba Fett 2-pack perhaps being the, and I think it is the greatest Star Wars Hot Toys release of all time, you have to take into account some of these prior epic ones that are going for buku bucks. I mean, just how much is that DX07 going for? It's going for incredible buku bucks and double the retail from whence it was at its time. And Professoro puts in the Tarkin Invader 2-pack. Now, that Peter Cushing head sculpt is absolutely one of the best head sculpts, not only for Star Wars Hot Toys, but for all Hot Toys. But again, I'm going to bring this up as it was on the Aries Tarrington show last Wednesday. And we're going to be doing more. Basically, Wednesday is going to be the Aries Tarrington show, and we're going to have a guest every Wednesday. And so here's a little side note, 6 Scale Cantina. So we're going to keep the market show live on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay? We're going to keep the market show live on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to be doing the Aries Tarrington show live. There'll be a guest every week. We'll be doing it on this time. But what about Live and Raw, Aries? We're going to be squeezing that in, right after, in between. We're going to be squeezing Live and Raw in on Monday, right after Anthony's live stream and before Lael's comic live stream as well that he has. And we'll be fitting that in there in that hour and a half time slot. So look forward to that this year. But yeah, Tarkin Invader is that comes with an improved A New Hope. It comes with an improved A New Hope Darth Vader than the single version in that Tarkin one. But anyway, bring him back up from the live show the Aries Tarrington show last Wednesday. Remember, Anthony actually went into his collection and pulled out Moff Tarkin, and he also pulled out Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alec Guinness head sculpt. And he's looking right at it. And I'm looking right at it from him on the screen. And he's looking at the screen of this Boba Fett. And you couldn't say it was better. And this is really the screenshot. I mean, If this Boba Fett head sculpt is actually better than the Peter Cushing and the Alec Guinness head sculpt, it has to be the best head sculpt for Star Wars Hot Toys of all time. Come on. Come on. I mean, you've all seen the videos. I think it is. But we're talking about the figure set here. And the Tarkin Invader 2-pack, that's another one. And that one is getting close to breaching the $900 tier range on the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com. Again, it's getting close to breaching the $900 tier range on the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com. And you have to wonder, is it possible that that Tarkin Invader 2-pack is actually going to breach the $1,000 tier range even before the end of 2022? And I say, yes, it's going to. And that gives you a little bit of insight as we get into this. You know, what is the future? What is the future for this 2-pack? And we're going to get into it. And there's a lot that gets into it. There's a lot that gets into this. Single Songwriter puts in, shout out to the man of hot collectibles. A shout out to you, Single Songwriter, and absolutely shout out to my good friend Dante. And I didn't see him in the chat here yet, but I will continue to go down. I'm sure I will see my friend in there. But good to have all of you in here for sure. Van City Collectibles Gaming in here. What's up, everyone? Look, baby. What's your flavor? What table are you at? Are you sitting with Grogu at table 5? Are you sitting at table 66? Do you want regular? Do you want decaf? Do you want off-world Jawa hazelnut? Do you want Tauntaun milk with your coffee? Do you want a little wizard juice? It might get the Hot Toys Wizard to interrupt this program. You have to wonder. Come on. Let's continue to scroll down over here. Yes, putting this up. Van City. Yes, sir. Table 66 all the way. You got it. Here it comes, baby. Right for you at table 66. Come on. Single Songwriter puts in, what if Hot Toys makes a 2-pack of Boba Fett with his new brown boots and the new belt and long John Boba with that pale head sculpt? Single Songwriter, good thoughts. I mean, all bets are off, meaning that they could come out with anything, and we're going to get into that here. The Big Daddy 64. What's the best guess for the Boba Fett 2-pack release from Sideshow? Look, my best guess, and I was actually watching Sideshow answer some chats on when this is coming out, and basically saying over the next few weeks, this should be shipping. I actually think the Big Daddy, we're probably going to get some notifications. If not this week, certainly next week. They planned this. And they already said that it was going to be shipping January to February. So, I think we're going to be getting the notifications by mid-January, which is the end of this week, later this week, next week. And that is why you're seeing some of the prices that you're seeing on some of the Hong Kong resellers for the second batch on what they are, because they're vastly lower than what they're selling them for in the first batch. And you have to wonder, with these flying off the shelves, and I'm going to pull some data up for you, they are flying. This first batch, first release in Hong Kong is flying off the shelves. And essentially what the second batch really is when they're going to go ahead and send the shipment to Sideshow, and they make, and have extras over there for that. Why is that? Why would you reduce prices? That's because they know. They know. Is it possible that they know? They know that Sideshow is getting this real quick, fast, in a hurry. So unless you want to, and I get it, because I've talked to a lot of people on the channel and a lot of friends, and they didn't want to wait 5 seconds. And it wasn't even for a review. They just wanted the figure. And I get that, baby. And you should do that, especially if you got the money. I mean, I don't care. I don't care if I spend an extra $200 on a figure if I really want it, if I don't want to wait. Honestly, I'll say it again. I don't mind spending an extra $200 on something I really, really want if I don't want to wait a month or two for it. But honestly, if you could wait just a few weeks, a couple weeks, this is going to be shipping out. I'm just letting you know. hold your horse. You're going to be able to get this from Sideshow. We're going to go over all of this for sure. Mark puts in here, Mark Mahaley, the 2-pack tributes Boba Fett's epic return, as well as being a quality figure release. Yeah, it has a lot going for it, baby. It has a lot going for it, Mark. And I see your super chats. I'm going to get to them. This has a lot going for it that's going to make it not only one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Star Wars Hot Toys release of all time to date. It is it possible, Mark, that in a year or 2 or 3, that this 2-pack is one of the highest, if not the highest, 2-pack within the secondary market? And I say yes. We're going to go over that in a little bit. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Let me go ahead and pull this up. The $5 Bob from Anthony at 6 Scale Mafia. I'll take the Pepsi challenge any day. The Boba already is a grail. It is. It really is. I'm going to pause there in the middle of this super chat. Look, don't miss out, guys. Really. Maybe not first batch, but for sure pre-order. No regrets. Look, we're going to be getting into this. And here's the thing. Look, he's right. We're going to get into, we're going to be getting into what 6 Scale Mafia said there. Thank you so much, Anthony, for that. I'm putting this up from Weasel Figures with the $5 Bob. Thank you. Smash that like button, folks. $5 Bob and say smash the like button. And make sure you're subscribed. Love the show, mate. Hey, what would you like? Some off-world Jawa egg juice, my friend, with 93 in here? Or would you like some regular, some decaf? Would you like some Todd eggnog? How about some Hut eggnog? Who wants some Hut? Eggnog from the Huts. You have to wonder. Does Jabba have, brother, a sister, a mother, a dad, a grandmother, a great-grandfather? Does he have an uncle? Does he have an aunt? Does he have a third cousin, a fourth cousin, an eighth cousin, a ninth cousin, a 10th cousin, 11th cousin? You have to wonder. Well, I am so enjoying this book of Boba Fett. I am telling you so much. Thank you, Weasel Figures. Yes, smash that like button, folks, and make sure you're subscribed. Let's get to 2K tonight. Come on. Let's get to 2K. We're almost there. Send out your emissaries. Send out your Boffin spies. Let's go. Let's continue to go down over here. So the other thing that we got to consider, the other thing we have to consider when we're talking about if this is the best Star Wars release of all time is not only the Vader and Tarkin 2-pack, not only the DX07, which a lot of you agreed on, but tell me in the chat how many of you thought about the Han Solo and Chewbacca 2-pack from A New Hope. I have that Han Solo. I have both the Han Solo from A New Hope and I have the Han Solo Stormtrooper disguise. Now, some people think the regular outfit of Han Solo is a better head sculpt. Some people feel that the Stormtrooper one's a better one. I personally like them both. I think that they both capture the likeness of Harrison Ford. I think they're both up to par with today's standards, which is why I think they're going to use those head sculpts in the future with another Harrison Ford release. So we're going to get into that this Saturday on the Market Show Live. So you don't want to miss that. We're going to dive into a lot about, future possibilities here. With Harrison Ford getting signed back to Disney, you have to wonder, does that open the door for some future Star Wars Han Solo releases with Harrison Ford's likeness? And I say, you bet your ass, baby. That is 1,000% coming. But listen, that 2-pack is epic. And that is the number one on the market value chart. The number one Star Wars Hot Toys release within the secondary market. Well over $900 according to the market value chart on average. And is it possible that is so close now to being the first figure ever for Star Wars Hot Toys that will breach the $1,000 tier range? And I say Yes. It's an epic set. It's an epic set. Yeah. But I'm telling you, when you compare it to this now, I don't know. This one's still. I mean, I'm not saying, I mean, I love Han Solo. If you put a gun to my head, which character means more to me, Han Solo, then I love Boba Fett, but Han Solo. Han Solo's probably my second favorite character, is right up there with Luke. As far as comparing the sets, though, the Chewbacca's awesome. I actually love the Force Awakens Chewbacca with the articulated jaw, just a little bit extra. Yeah, I think this is better, but it's still, you got to consider it. You got to consider it, because I think that was one of the greatest releases of all time, and I think that this rivals it now. I really do think that this rivals it. Mark McHaley puts in Empire Strikes Back Han and Chewie 2-pack coming, maybe? Listen, now you're speaking. Let's spill some coffee together, Mark. Let's spill some coffee. Mark, let me serve it up to you, baby. And I say probably a Return of the Jedi 2-pack. You're saying, really, Aries? Yeah. Remember, they've released a lot of Return of the Jedi figures lately. They really have. The Scout Trooper and the speeder bike and the whole Luke couple of packs, and you had Leia. They're really going to town on that. Really, what you're missing is you're missing a Lando, you're missing a Han, and you're missing a Chewie to complete the Return of the Jedi set. And you have the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi looming. And single songwriter, I know this is going to be right up your alley. Is it possible that they could go ahead and reissue that 2-pack? I have Facebook up, so I get the private messages. I didn't look at it again, whoever sent it to me. But yeah, I mean, I actually think the way that they released that A New Hope version, that 2-pack of Chewbacca and Han, very, very little difference between that outfit and the one that he's wearing in Return of the Jedi. Possible. I think with Empire Strikes Back, Mark, you're probably more going to get a Bespin Han by itself. I think you would get a Chewbacca with C-3PO in the backpack is what I'd like to see if you're going to do Empire Strikes Back. So that's what I'd like. I wouldn't want to see a Han and Chewbacca from Empire Strikes Back. I think I'd like to see a C-3. How many of you like to see a C-3PO and a Chewbacca 2-pack from ESB? And then, Han Bespin by himself. That's how I think they would go, which is actually why, Mark, I think you're going to get the Return of the Jedi 2-pack first, and why I think those releases are going to come even before. Even though we've been waiting for where's the Bespin Han, they're going to get Return of the Jedi Han first. Just saying. But thank you for that. Thank you for that for sure. Listen, I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'm serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys Talk on Live and Raw on Monday evening, baby. Come on. 90 in here. Smash the like button. Come on. Star Killer. Yeah, I agree. Also, C-3PO and R2-D2 2-pack from Hot Toys is needed. Needed from A New Hope, baby. I totally agree. Collector Chris, will there be a 40th anniversary Han Solo or Chewie? Yeah, listen, babe, I was just talking about it. Let me go ahead and give you some wizard juice. And let me take a swig of some wizard juice. I think you're going to get a 2-pack. Remember, that Han Solo and Chewbacca 2-pack with 94 in here was actually re-released already. And it's still the #1 secondary market Hot Toys release ever for Star Wars. And you have to wonder where this Boba Fett 2-pack is going to fare. Telling you right now, it's a little bit crazy. Well, DLX Magical 99. I never make these live chats. Look, this must be your lucky day, because you have to wonder, are we going to get an interruption from the Hot Toys wizard?
They call him the Wizard.
Oh boy, you have to wonder. Hot Toys wizard. Fabio, Fob's Figures. I love the new episode. I love the Power Rangers. Look, this is going to be for you. Ready, Fabio? Get your dancing shoes on. Go, go, Power Rangers. Eh, eh. Go, go, Power Rangers. Yeah, you're right on, baby. I love this episode. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Come on. Yes, take apart that C-3PO. Yeah, I'd love that. I'd love that 2-pack. I'd love it. I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think that they're going to do it, my friend, but yeah, you have to wonder. So, do I think that this is the greatest Star Wars Hot Toys release of all time? I do. And you have to weigh that into consideration. When you're talking about how fast is this going to sell out? Is it possible that this figure is going to hit waitlist before it ever gets in stock at Sideshow? Is there a possibility? Take it to another step. Is there a possibility, if it gets in stock, that it's only going to last 3 weeks? 3 weeks, like that Rey and Dio that I predicted. Let's take it to another step. Is it possible that it'll only stay in stock for a month? How about a month and a half? How about 2 months? How about 3 months? How about 3.5 months? Like Commander Cody. How about 3 to 4 months? Like every single other. I'm going to say that again. Every single other 1/6 scale released Hot Toys Darth Vader and Boba Fett from before, they only last in there that long. And look, it looks like right now, is it possible that I'm having computer problems? Is it possible that we may get an interruption? Oh my, I hope he doesn't say the wrong things. Uh-oh.
This is an emergency interruption from the Hot Toys Wizard. And as you can see, I am TK FOMO once again. And the reason I am him once again is because he is newly promoted. He is now General TK FOMO. And you have to wonder, just why is he a general? Because, is it possible it's because of that 2-pack Boba Fett? And I say, yes. Listen, all this FOMO for the 2-pack Boba Fett. The 2-pack Boba Fett has joined the ranks of Count Dracula, Jason Voorhees, Frankenstein, Michael Myers, the weirdo dude from Saw, and so on and so forth. It's so scary, all this FOMO. Listen, baby, I have looked into my Palantir, and oh, shut the hell up, you little twerp thing. I gotta get a new one. Screw this little ball. Anyway, listen to me. I have seen the future, and I am telling you right now that this 2-pack Boba Fett, call it fear, call it being logical, call it just using common sense. If you want to spend $1,000 on it in a year or a couple of years, to just sit on it. Take your FOMO and shove it up your canoe. This has to do with common sense. Hey, listen, if Spider-Man movie comes out, or if a Marvel Avengers movie comes out, or a new Star Wars movie comes out, and you want to see it opening night, you're going to wait 3-4 days to get your tickets? Has nothing to do with fear. It's called using your noggin. I don't always buy coffee out, but what I do, I choose it from Aries, but I have my own wizard sugar. Yeah, bye-bye.
Well, listen, thanks, Hot Toys Wizard, wherever you are. I'm not too sure how I take it that you interrupt my program. I mean, do you think you could actually battle? I know you're a wizard, but do you think you could battle the Dark Jedi? I am a Jedi. And listen, when are you going to come in the appearance of Julia Roberts? When are you going to come into the appearance? I saw you the other day as Ronda Rousey. When are you going to show yourself on screen like Ronda Rousey? How about 3PO? But listen, I'll give you credit. It was very good that you were TK FOMO. And listen, the Hot Toys Wizard, even though he interrupted my program, how dare he? And he sounded like a he today, so I'm going to call him a he. Brings up a very, very good point. And look, if you want to get this fit, it's kind of like if you want to go see Spider-Man. I've talked to some people, some friends. They're like, okay, yeah, we're going to see it in like 3-4 weeks. They're just not big fans. They don't have no FOMO for it. They had no FOMO to wait up till midnight to go buy tickets. You know, I mean, come on. There's people looking for that PS5. You can wait for it. Wait for it. However, here's the difference with this. If you're not a Star Wars fan, or how many of you have told me, look, I really want Boba Fett in the throne. I don't want this. There should be, they don't get this. Because you've got so many options that are going to be coming out. You've got so many options that are going to be coming for Boba Fett. They're going to get, is it possible that you're actually going to get more future Boba Fett releases, announcements, variations than even the Mandalorian Din Djarin? And I say, yes. Are you going to get a prototype Boba Fett? And I say, yes. Are you going to get a stealth, black, shiny armor Boba Fett? And I say, yes. Are you going to get some type of carbonized or some type of ending credits type of Boba Fett? Yes and yes. Are you going to get a cross Boba Fett when he was coming out of the Sarlacc pit and before he started getting trained by the Tusken Raiders? Yes. Are you going to get Boba Fett in some future armor or some different things that happen throughout this series? Yes. Are you going to get a Boba Fett with an updated head sculpt from the way he's looking now within the series? And I say, yes. You're going to get a ton of these Boba Fetts. So there's no reason to go crazy over this. Unless you're a Spider-Man fan and you want to see it opening night. Because you're never going to be able to see it opening night again. You're never going to be able to relive it again if you want it. Well, I don't like Spider-Man. I mean, I've seen it, but then don't get it. But if you want this figure, and I've been talking about this since February of last year. Remember, I just started this channel under a year ago. Okay? If you want this figure, the reason I put an NRD down on it, and I don't put down many NRDs at all, you know that, is because I feel like there's something funky with it. And I really, 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 let's count it. I really, 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 really want, covet, need, love this scene. One of my most favorite moments in Star Wars history. And I'm a Hot Toys collector. And for me, not everyone, for me, again, not everyone, for me, I must have this. And doing the market research that I do, is it possible that I actually detect that there is some possibilities that this thing, it could sell out quickly. And even if it doesn't, do I absolutely foretell that this is going to be at the price in 2 or 3 years where the haunted Chewbacca is? And I say, yes. But if you don't want it, just like I don't want Hulkbuster, and if you don't want it, just like I don't want the Iron Man figures, don't buy it. That's your FOMO, which is really a misused word, fear. Fear is you got to check under your bed for the boogeyman, or the boogeyman checks under his bed for Chuck Norris. That's fear. That's heart-pounding fear. FOMO should be renamed. It's more about addiction. Addicted to getting something that is going to be rare. Addicted to like, oh, I'm going to miss out on. It's more of an addiction. It's more of a need. It's more of a desire. It's not a fear. You're not trembling. You're not trembling. I'm not trembling about Hulkbuster. I don't care. It's probably still in stock, and I don't care if it goes out. I'm never going to get it. It's not my thing, and I'm not spending that money on it. But for some people, it is. Same thing with this. And what I'm trying to tell you with this figure here, as we're going to the next topic over here, which is Fett 2-pack. First batch almost sold out. You got to follow the breadcrumbs as to what is happening right now with this first batch. If this is a figure set that you covet, if this is a figure set that you budgeted for, if this is a figure set that you want, not just because you want it, because you're hearing that it's hot. Talk to a lot of people around my community. They may see Spider-Man on television when it comes out. It's just not hot to them. But it's hot to many other people. One of the hottest, my favorite movies of all time. And maybe that's the fact with you, with some of these with the 2-pack. Don't get it. And some of you want to throw in one more, so don't get it. And it's not so much hype with this, it's so much as factual knowledge. There hasn't been a time, as I said before I started this, or before I was interrupted by a Hot Toys Wizard. When was the last time a 6 scale? How long did that Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary Darth Vader sit in stock? How long do Fett sit in stock? They just don't sit in stock. They sell out. They sell out. And where are they within the secondary market? And factor that in coming out of COVID, this new trend that I'm seeing of lower production, lower volumes, more production, and lower volumes. Let me say it that way. And every single one of these companies, which we're going to get over, is being very little detailed. I'm going to put out my unboxing before you do it. I'm going to sell it cheaper than you before you put it out. Everybody's counting every penny to make sure that they get the sale. They get the sale. They get the sale. It's not possible. It's not possible. I'll say it again. It's not possible that they're not considering their dead stock. And this is selling for $4.95, even if Sideshow got these for $200 cheaper than what they're selling it for. That's still around $900. You want to average it up to $1,000 for just 3 of them. How many you think? How many thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands you think they're going to store up in their warehouse to sit on that kind of money? Even if they're getting it at $200 a pop, which I doubt. Not getting it that cheap. You have to understand that they're putting these things into account. And the other thing with this here, and it's very, very important for you to understand this. This is not just like a regular deluxe and non-deluxe set. These figures are selling neck and neck. And the regular set does not come with the head sculpt, an entire whole other figure. Entire whole other figure. And they're both selling. Let's get to some of these comments over here before I go on. And so many. My goodness. Welcome to Live and Raw. Aries here. All right, let's put this up on the screen before I continue. Sean Sculthorpe. Good evening, Aries, from Nottingham in the UK. Come on, baby. Book of Boba Fett is totally awesome. Some black coffee for this table, sir. You got it, baby. You got it. No coffee for the Hot Toys Wizard, though, because he interrupted my program. Single songwriter puts in, the Book of Boba Fett 2-pack marks the historic moment in Star Wars, return of the return of Boba Fett from the award-winning show, The Mandalorian. This will never happen again. So for me, I will get this 2-pack. Look, that's a reason for you, single songwriter, to get the 2-pack. And that's my point. It's like anything else. It's like if you weren't getting Moff Gideon, if you have no intentions of getting Moff Gideon, if you have no intentions of getting the Dark Trooper, I could tell you that both of those figures are going to be chase figures, because they're going to sell out. They're not going to make very many of them, and when they sell out, they're going to be very highly sought after. But if you're not interested in Moff Gideon, don't. When it starts getting hot, like the heavy infantry Mandalorian, it's not that you're going to be fear that you're going to miss out of it. It's going to be like you're addicted to wanting to get the hot thing, every hot thing that comes out, and you have to put parameters and stop gates on yourself so you don't fall into that. But as far as people like single songwriter, as long as there's people up here like the collector number one, good to have the collector number one in here. As long as there's collectors like that know they're 1,000% getting this, and they absolutely have the money, you can't sit on this. That's my point. You can't sit on this. You can't be like, yeah. I'm gonna get it once it's in stock for a couple of months because they're just making too many of them, and they had dead stock years ago before COVID. You can't think that way. It's ridiculous thinking. They're absolutely not going to do that. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. So what I'm trying to warn you of is if you're going to get it, now that the final production photos have come out, now that you've seen video reviews, and you're going to see a bunch more, and the video reviews are epic, what I've seen so far, get it now if you got it budgeted. Because you don't want to play around. Is it possible this could go on waitlist before it gets in stock? It's possible. Is it possible it could only be in stock like that Ray and Dio for 3 weeks? It's possible. Is it possible it could only be in stock only a month and a half? It's possible. And yes, it's possible it'll be in stock for 3 months. It's possible it'll be in stock for 4 months. The vintage color Boba Fett, the Boba Fett, well, the vintage color Boba Fett and Boba Fett, they're out in 4 months. Where are they now? They are close to breaching the $400 tier range within the secondary market. How about that Darth Vader 40th Deluxe? It's not in stock for 3 months, 3.5 months. Yeah. And where is it now? Getting set to breach the $400 tier range within the secondary market. So even if this just, there's too much hype, there's too much this, there's too much that, okay. What you gonna do once it does go on waitlist? Let's say it's 5 months. Let's say it's 6 months. Let's say, wow, Aries, it was 7 months. It's going to be the same story. It means you only got a little bit of time. You don't got forever in a day. And unlike the Spider-Man analogy, which the analogy works, or a movie analogy, if you want to see an opening night, you can, or that weekend, you can never relive that moment. But you can keep re-seeing the movie over and over again. They're not going to keep producing these. Remember, that's not the production mechanism that Hot Toys uses. This is not the Sideshow C-3PO. This is not the Sideshow Luke Return of the Jedi figure. This is not the Sideshow R2-D2. This is not the Sideshow Darth Vader, where they just keep producing it over and over and over and over again. So you don't have a much time. You actually think 6 months is a lot of time when you go through whatever it is that you're doing in life, your job, your family, the things you do on the side, your responsibilities, the different things. All of a sudden it goes out of sight, out of mind. You're like, oh, okay, I'll pick it up in the secondary market. And then before you know it, it's, well, okay, now I got to spend $695. You wait another 2-3 months, now you're going to pay $795. You wait another year, now you're going to pay $895. And then for a lot of people, it's out of hand, it's out of reach, and they're just not going to get it. Where do you think Ray and Dio is now? Where do you think the heavy infantry Mandalorian is now? Something to think about. So that's the whole thing with this. Boba Fett's have never, ever sat in stock. Boba Fett's are all highly sought after within the secondary market. And this is perhaps, for a lot of people, one of the top 5, if not the top 3, most epic Star Wars moments of all time. And you combine that in the fact that this is probably the greatest Star Wars Hot Toys release of all time, which we were talking about earlier in the show. And possibly for some people, the greatest Hot Toys release of all time. And when you have that moniker, when you have that tag, when you have that special thing that's embroidered on you, that's stamped on you, that makes it all the more. And if you're going to go out and get this figure because like, oh, wow, everyone's saying it's going to be great, I'm just going to get it even though it's going to be tight for me and I really don't want it, and shame on you. Don't get it. You shouldn't get it. I don't get figures like that. I just don't. But unless you've got $1,000 to burn in a couple of years, then wait then. And then burn it then if you want to wait, just to wait, to show you can wait. But that's what you're going to spend. That's where this figure set is going to go. All right, let's go to some of these other chats over here. Mark McHaley puts, I love my vintage color Boba Fett. Man, that's going up like crazy. And you have to wonder, Mark, is that going to get up to where the animated Boba Fett is? And I say, are you kidding me? Oh, Maximum Rex. I am so excited for the Throne Fett also. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited for that as well. And the Fennec goes in both of them. Forget about that Fennec, dude. let's continue to go with some of these. Dorikas puts in, I might be all those for most. It could care less, and I love Boba Fett. Yeah, I love Boba Fett too. Putting this in here from KG. 92 people are in here. Make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like to the Dark Jedi. Come on, baby. We are live and raw tonight on a Wednesday night. Come on. Mr. JB in the house. What's up, Mr. Aries? What is going on, my friend? KG Collector puts, hey, Aries, the 2-pack will be a grail. And I don't see Hot Toys reproducing this again. This is great because I want to get into this. Because people are asking me, KG all day, what about Boba Fett and this, Bantha or some kind of riding horse or whatever the heck it is. And I'm going to tell you why they're not going to produce that. But, and he puts in, I don't see Hot Toys reproducing this again. To me, this is a definitive Boba Fett to have. It is. And even if they do wind up putting in Boba Fett and some kind of beast or something that's going on with the sea with just the robes, it's not going to be a big seller. It would be probably as bad of a seller as the OG Mando on the Blurg and Quill in the Blurg, and the Blurg itself, which you have to wonder if Hot Toys is looking at the sales of those beasts and if that kind of puts a damper on if we're ever going to get a Tauntaun. I don't think it does, because I think a Tauntaun's a specialty item, but that's a good thing there, Mr. JB, because that segues me into, it's going to segue me into what I want to talk about next. But first, Deadly Arc 180. At the end of the day, collect what you like. It shouldn't be about potential grails or what's hot. Absolutely. It shouldn't be. I knew Deadly Arc 180 that the best car Mandalorian Deluxe with the 2 Grogu's, that was going to be a dud. But I didn't care. I love that set. I got it here. I knew that. I knew that they were going to just mass produce that. But it's one of my most favorite Hot Toys. It has nothing to do with it. I just want that figure. And I didn't put a warning out on that figure, Deadly Arc. And you have to wonder why. And the reason is everything about all the formula, all the storm fronts surrounding the best car Mandalorian pointed to an enormous amount of overstock, an enormous amount of production, and huge saturation, and long-term availability. So there's nothing to worry about out there. This one has the complete opposite of a formula of where it can go. And what we're doing is trying to point out, if this is something that you do want to get, you don't have a whole lot of time to wait on it because it's going really, really quick. And let's go to let's go to this in here and put this back on here. Fett 2-pack first batch almost sold out. So let me actually go to some things in here and point out what's going on. So I'm going to share my screen, which I'm already sharing the screen, but let me pull this up onto the screen. And let me make this a little bit bigger so we can see. So Toys for Adults, which is like a Tim Cent company, completely sold out, close to $600. Sold us for $595, $95. Let's continue to go on. If you remember from my show, with the batter, selling out from the market show live this past Saturday, and I will pull up the this Boba Fett from Toys Wonderland. It got back in stock with about 10 or 12 or so the very next day after the market chart show, and they sold out the other day. And now they put this in again, and they're down to just a cut, and now they have it back in again, and they're selling it for $549.55. So let's go ahead and say it's $550. Okay, that they're selling this for. And I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of these to cart so you can see this here. So it has this little message, which says you cannot add that amount to the cart. We have only 3 now left in stock. in stock. So they're down to just 3 left in stock again. And so this will be sold out tomorrow. And let's go to more over here. And so when you go to Toys Buying Agent, which is Tim Sent, which has been sold out, and then if you go to his website, you could get it. And then if you try to add this into your cart at a large amount, there's only one left in stock here. Only one left in stock. See that red tag? There's now only one left in stock left from when he got back and put this in. So this first batch is moving like mad. Absolutely like crazy anywhere you go. And you have to wonder, with these moving like hotcakes, which is what they are, for instance, like at Toys Wonderland or at any of these sites, and then you go ahead and pull up the second batch or the next batch, and this is actually here from Toys Wonderland. This is the next batch that they're almost out of. They only have one left in stock, TMS 034. So that's something right there. Let's pull up the second batch from Toys Wonderland. And you can see right here that the second batch that is due out the end of January, which is basically when these are going to be shipping and available, from Sideshow in conjunction. Why would something so hot, I mean, it's hot. It's hot. And so is the non-deluxe set, which we're going to talk about, which we're absolutely going to talk about. It's hot right now as these come out. Why is it selling for $472.51? Like $22.50 or 49 cents lower than what Sideshow has it retailed for. And these are moving as they're selling it no problem. Is it possible because they know that Sideshow is going to have it available then? And all these companies, every one of them overseas, know that they're going to have the competition. And I say, yes, that's what's going on. It's every single person overseas in doing that, because Sideshow has come back and changed the game. Because they're like, look, we don't want people to wait 3-4 months for our figures, especially this. Everybody that wants this Boba Fett 2-pack, that's super, super, duper, duper high diehards that need to, that just want it right there, that can't wait. They're losing out on that money. So they went ahead and made concessions these years. They're doing these unboxings. They're doing these unsealed and reveals very, very quickly. And so what do they do in counter? They're going to make it cheaper. Because now when it's available in both places, why are you going to pay $550 or $600 like at day one, or these prices right now, which are moving like crazy? Why are you going to pay that if you could just get it for $495 right here in the States if you live in the States? Wouldn't make sense. Why are you going to spend an extra $100, $150? It makes no sense. So this is how they compete with it. So this is why the price is lower. Or let me say it this way. Is it possible that this is the reason why this is so much lower? Is it because they know there's going to be no interest in this after a week or two? No. It's going to be because there's going to be more options to be able to get the action figure, this action figure, or if you're going to get this deluxe set earlier. That's the reason why. And that's why you're seeing it with all of these figures. It's not that they're not selling. They're selling. They're just not sitting in the oven in Hong Kong or overseas for 2 to 5 months anymore. Let me say it again. They're just not sitting in the oven for 2 to 5 months anymore overseas. And by the time Sideshow gets it. So people don't have to wait that long. Now, this is such an epic set that people didn't want to wait 5 minutes. And I understand that. Because there are certain collectibles that I've been that way with. Take a sip of my this special cantina drink that me and 808 Michigan Jedi enjoy. Shout out to 808 Michigan Jedi. I don't know if he's in the chat. But listen, you have to think this through as to what's going on over here. And that's why you're seing that. However, you are seeing this first batch. Is it possible that this first batch is just about near gone? And I say yes. And you have to wonder then, just how many of these are they making? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into that for sure as I go to Sideshow over here. But let's go to some of the comments and go back to this bigger screen and scroll down over here. And we're going to put this up on the screen. And thank you so much for the super chat, Night of Ren, $7.89 with a $5 bomb, baby. Hey, Aries, I got my Fett 2-pack in today from Toys Wonderland. First batch. And I got to say, it's a very impressive set. One of the best of 2022. Listen, Night of Ren, I would have loved to have watched the expression on your face. Did you? I guess you opened it up. Did you open it up, or did you open it up just to like look at the couple of things and then put it back in the box? Or did you set that baby up yet, my friend? Because I tell you what, man, when I'm looking at the those videos so far, man, I mean, it's every bit what I dreamed it would be. Every bit what I dreamed it would be. Absolutely crazy. How many of you in there have got the Fett 2-pack already? Let me know. Besides Night of Ren, $7.89. And thank you so much, Night of Ren, for that $5 2-pack. $5 2-pack. Let me put this up on here. I opened it. 6-scale Cantina. Dude, I was hyped. Have a drink on me. Wait, it's now happy hour. So all drinks are on the house. Even for Grogu. Grogu wants a refill. Let's put him on, baby. Yeah. Come on. Man. Yeah, the Big Daddy 64%. I think the 2-pack will take some time to ship. It may. We'll have to see. You have to wonder if it's actually in the ports already. If they actually have it, the Big Daddy. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting if it takes some time like it did for that Rex. I know it's not their intentions, but you have to wonder. You do have to wonder. But certainly, like what I was showing you on the screen, a lot of the Hong Kong resellers, a lot of the overseas resellers anyway, are certainly anticipating that people are going to be able to get these from Sideshow. And that is why when you're seeing a piece like this that is selling with like one of the biggest swings for the first batch I've ever seen, especially at that price point, go so quickly, it's because they realize that they're going to have to contend with Sideshow with all those pre-orders, and it's going to be going out. And then, of course, Sideshow fulfilling, all these orders to companies like, all these other companies that sell the figures here in the States and in Europe, because they're going to have them available. Let's put this in from over here. Continue to go down. Single songwriter puts in, I really don't mind waiting. Let me put this on this screen so you can see my face. Yep, I really don't mind waiting because it gives me more time to put some money away for all the figures coming. Yeah, no, I feel you. Pace yourself, and you will be able to get the figures you want without any panic. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Single Songwriter, that's one of the reasons why I pre-ordered this and put down, it was like $50 at Sideshow. I knew when it came out, it would give me maybe 2 to 3 weeks as a buffer before they took the money. I do think it's going to come out next week. I really do. I think I sense it's coming with the way that this played out. I actually think that they have it. They may have it there already. I don't know, or they have it certainly ready to ship, or they shipped it out, and then the extra leftover that they were going to give on the second batch in Hong Kong, they're holding on to it. There's a few different scenarios that they could do this with, to be honest with you. But no, I totally agree. I kind of did it that way. I knew I could have got it quickly overnight, but I don't do reviews, and as much as it pains me, have to wait. I'm getting it as quick as everybody else, mostly on this chat that has to wait for it. That's how I did it. Star Killer puts in, how hot? Whistling birds hot. Smoking hot. Whistling birds. Come on, that's a good one. Let me pour you some, baby. It's so hot right now. Hansel, the Jedi Knights watch. Come on. Big Dog Pal's in the house. Hello to you, Big Dog Pal. All right. Well, welcome in here, my friend. Welcome in here. And welcome to everybody who's in live and raw on a Wednesday evening. And I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington. And I'm serving up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk. And with 94 in here, let's smash that like button, baby. And is it possible that we can get to 2K subscribers tonight? Send out notices, baby. Send it out to your cousins, to your second cousins, your third cousins, your sisters, your brothers. Come on, let's get this done tonight. Let's get it done, baby, and hit that subscribe button. Let's get over 2K. Let's not fart around anymore. Come on. And if you do that, we'll keep giving Grogu some of this here. Yeah, baby. Come on. So, let's go ahead and continue to talk about this because we got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot. Jango Fett incoming. Yeah, that's one of my topics tonight, Patrick. That's one of my topics tonight. Is it possible that Jango is going to be released next week? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Knight of Ren. The Tamora Morrison head sculpt is 100% freaking on the money. He said freaking on the money. Listen, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Come on. Come on. I'm looking at some of these chats here. Yeah, I opened up that sucker ASAP. Yeah. Clone Trooper. How many were released in Hong Kong, though? Star Wars a lot more popular in the U.S. Yes, it is. Although Mandalorian is closing the gap, but it'd be interesting to see how many people, because of the Mandalorian, are actually watching the Book of Boba Fett. I think that they're doing a good job in Asia, and that's certainly, don't make no mistake, Clone Trooper, one of Favreau and Filoni's big missions is to get Asia on board, because if they do that, baby, we're going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about that now. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get right into it. But let's put this up here first. From Trick Nasty Roo, just pre-ordered my 2-pack Boba Fett on Sideshow. I want it, but you convinced me not to wait. Yeah, I think you made the right choice. Since you want it and you have the money for it, and why mess around? Because wouldn't you be kicking yourself in the butt? Wouldn't you be kicking yourself in the butt? Wouldn't you be spilling your coffee in the wrong way, Trick Nasty Roo? If all of a sudden you looked on there and it was on pre-order, it has that pre-order tag for a while, whether it's for a month or 2 months or 3 months or however it's going to go, and then all of a sudden it just says waitlist. And wait a minute, I was waiting for it to get in stock. Look, they're not going to be making very many of this, and let's get into it. Okay, we're going to get into a couple of things. First of all, they're never going to reissue this set. This set is done. And make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. This set here, and I'm pulling this up onto the screen from Sideshow, and I have this sorted out Star Wars, all best-selling wise. Make no mistake about it. Look at that. Boba Fett 2-pack and Boba Fett regular. All the way up at number 2 and number 3. It's not like that this single version is behind it. Okay? You got to remember that when these came out, this sat up at number 1 for about 3 to 4 weeks. And unlike the best car Mandalorian, unlike Captain Rex, again, unlike the best car Mandalorian, unlike Captain Rex, it went, unlike the Clone Wars Ahsoka, it went down, down, and down below these guys here. And let me actually pull up more than just 24 a page. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. And the proof is in the pudding at $495. And usually when Hot Toys, they produce and they book out a factory that's going to make these, which remember, they don't just make Hot Toys, they make for many toy companies. And they have to book the time and they have to schedule the space. And they go ahead and they book the time and they book the space and they measure the production according to what they're seeing in pre-orders and according to what they're seeing is hot. Remember, I told you, make no mistake about it, that they were not going to produce very many of that Rey. And you saw what happened. And it went exactly as the Hot Toys wizard, exactly how she predicted. And this was way, way down. It went way, way down. And it was down below the throne for a while when that came up. I remember the same thing. We'll save the throne a little bit. But it wasn't up here like this Luke is. This Luke is still up here. This Luke is pretty high up, but that Boba Fett and the throne did not sit that high up. I mean, Boba Fett 2-pack. It just went down. It went down. It went down below Ahsoka, and it was hanging out by the Coruscant Guard. It was hanging out by Anakin. And they're just not going to produce that many at $495 when that was outside of the initial pre-orders. They're just not going to do it. Now, they coincided it with this show. And is it possible, even though this is labeled, and this is labeled a Mandalorian Season 2 figure, but basically this set right now, and the way that they positioned it for this set to come out right with Episode 2, and make no mistake that that was not a coincidence, Episode 2, Chapter 2 of the Book of Boba Fett. This is essentially the Boba Fett that you're going to get from this series. And one of the big things about this was these are both selling on equal footing. It is not that this 2-pack is selling that much more than the single version. As a matter of fact, I heard from insiders that at some point after this was released, because if you don't remember, and they're very savvy about this, you couldn't tell what was selling more, the single version or the 2-pack version. Some of you may remember if you scan Sideshow like I do. It was not. You couldn't tell which one was selling more. But I heard it was the single version, number 3 over here, that was beating the 2-pack version. And go back in comments. Go back to different comments in different channels from different live shows, different comments on pre-recorded videos. Go back into different Facebook posts. There were a lot of people that were just not interested in this Boba Fett with the robes. What's that? I'm not interested in that. I'd rather wait for the throne. I'll get this. I actually want the repaint even more than this. And what people were not getting was just how this is not just about Boba and robes. This is not just about dirty armor. This is about a moment. And go back in my videos. I said, is it possible that Hot Toys is starting to release moments, not just figures for figures, but moments? And I said, yes. Come on now. And then, as we started to get into this Book of Boba Fett, everybody knows the moment from Episode 6 in The Mandalorian Season 2. And I warned that once this was sold out, people were going to be kicking themselves, just like OG fan. When Star Wars was once Star Wars, he always puts in, Boba Fett is the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Must have all Boba Fetts. Well, he's right. A lot of collectors feel that way. And a lot of collectors that possibly passed on this are going to look back and be like, wow, I missed out on this version. They're never going to release this moment again. This moment is done. That's what this represents. But this wasn't selling. So when you tell me they're going to go ahead and put out like a blurg with this, they're going to release 2 Jabbas. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to give away anything from the last 2 episodes, but they're going to do that before they do this. They're going to give you a Black Cranston before they go ahead and do this. They're going to give you a lot more. They're not going to give you the robes again. It's not the seller. It's Fett in the armor that's the seller. Boba Fett in the robes is not the seller. It's Fett in the armor that's the seller. I'm going to say it one more time so you hear me loud and clear. It's not Fett in the robes that's the seller. It's Fett in the armor. What makes this sell is the moment. They're going to give you a million different Boba Fetts. And Boba Fett's with a head sculpted. You're certainly going to get the head sculpt. That's a much cleaner version with the eyebrows, and he's going to yield from the back to tech. You're probably going to get a Boba Fett with the back to tech. You're going to get a Boba Fett coming out of the sand with this dirty armor again, but it's not going to be as dirty as this, but it's going to be a cross between Return of the Jedi. It's going to be a must. It's going to be a must, baby. It's going to be the Boba Fett that's not exactly Return of the Jedi, but a Boba Fett that's not exactly the one that we're talking about here on the screen. You know you're going to get that one. You're going to get that one way before another Boba Fett in the robes, because nobody was really interested in the beginning of Boba Fett in the robes. And they've already talked to Disney, and they got so many other Fetts that are going to be coming out with this show. And they're not going to, for $495, they're not going to be overproducing this. But right now, and this is why. They're producing just as much Boba Fett as they are Boba Fett with the robe. What are they going to do with this robes? Very low production. So, in my view, worst case scenario, best case scenario, this 2-pack, is it possible that it sits in stock 3 to 4 months? And I say yes. Okay. Is that probably the more probability that it's going to be in there for 3 to 4 months? Yes. You're hearing that from the Dark Jedi. It'll probably be in stock for 3 to 4 months. You heard it. You heard it. So what's the problem, Dark Jedi? The problem is I said probably. What do you mean? I didn't say definitely. I didn't say 100% for sure. I didn't say I heard from a Hot Toys wizard that this is definitely going to be in stock for 3 to 4 months. I said probably. Now, is it possible that it's only in stock for 2 months? Is it possible only in stock for a month and a half? A little less possible, but possible. And does this, from what I've been explaining to you now, is it ringing true, baby? Are you starting to get the little goosebumps in you? Is there a possibility, whether it's 0.01% or 2% or 5%, and we won't go higher than that this could hit waitlist before it ever gets in stock? And I say yes. Are they going to concentrate on Boba Fett in the throne? You bet your ass they're going to concentrate on that. That's what this whole show is. He's on the throne the whole freaking time. He's on the throne. She's at his side the whole time. That's what they're going to concentrate on. That's what they're going to concentrate on. And other editions of Boba Fett. And they're not going to be running the jump to go do this one of the robes. They're going to be running the jump to do with what sells, which is the armor, which is why you're seeing the armor version where it is. And probably one of the reasons that they didn't offer this Boba Fett with the robes by itself. Is it possible that would be number 4? I say no. If they offered it by itself, would it be over here by Rex? No, it wouldn't be selling more than Rex. Where would it be? I don't know. But he's in the show right now, Aries. Yeah, they would just get the 2-pack. And they wouldn't be getting him by himself. Just saying. And they know that. And they don't want any of this fiasco, which is a fiasco. And I'm going to scroll down to it. And I'm probably going to get Quill with the blurg. I've decided to get not just Quill, but Quill with the blurg, because it's awesome. But it's just not selling. Where the heck even frickin' is it? My goodness, where is it? Finally, here it is. Quill and the blurg. Here's Quill. There's Mandalorian in the blurg. Where's the blurg? The freaking Jet Trooper is ahead of the Mandalorian and the blurg. They're going to make tons of these beasts. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. What do you think they're going to make again when they're in the boardroom? Jet Troopers or blurgs again? Which one? Which one they're going to do? Which one's easier to produce? Is it possible they'll do neither? And I say yes. Oh, look, Ray, waitlist full. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. Come on. That's where this is going to go. That's the reason. That's the alert on this. I am officially putting a red alert on this Boba Fett 2-pack. And also a red alert on Boba Fett by itself, because it won't last once it gets in stock longer than 3 or 4 months, like all other Boba Fetts from the past. And you got a Boba Fett show going on. Come on, baby. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Let's go to some of the let's go to some of the chat over here. Who knows what I've been missing? And let me go to this banner and take this off. And go to some of your comments. Welcome to Aries is live and raw with 107 in here in the cantina. Let's go, baby. Go ahead and smash that like button. And listen, go tell your cousin. Go tell your sister. Go tell your great-grandmother. Go tell your friends in the NWO, brother, to go subscribe to 6 Scale Cantina. Because, look, I was only like 19 away before this show started. Let's get to 2K and be done with it. All right, let me go to some of these here. Yes, Luke, I agree. Blurg is going to surprise people as how great it's going to look. Yeah, that's why I decided to get Quill in the blurg. I was looking at it real intensely a couple weeks ago, actually on vacation. Yeah, I'm going to get it. But I don't trust that Sideshow. I mean, the Hot Toys is going to dive into that again with the way it's selling very, very poorly. Yeah, should have made a Bantha, not a blurg. I know, TK. Are you friends, TK592, with TK FOMO? How about TK Bomi? Let me know. Let's go to some of these other comments. I'm calling up. I say it's possible. Yes, it is possible. Sue Yang puts it, is it possible we move to Mars and collect Hot Toys? Listen, don't get me going, baby. I actually believe that there's actually colonies on Mars. And we've actually, yeah, I do. I'm a big constraint. Who wants me to do a show one time on how I believe that there's actually all kinds of alien life on the moon and on Mars and the other planets? Let me know. I'd love to do it. I'm seeing some other stuff in here. Let me continue to go on. Boba will be going to war. Yeah, I can't wait. Luke, I know we're ready to just put you on, but hey, 6 Scale Cantina crew. Hey, Luke, good to have you in here. My goodness. Let me put this up in here. Fig Fate. What's up, Aries? Just tuning in now. What's up, Fig Fate? What do you want? Regular or decaf, my friend? Happy to pour it to you. What table are you at? Or would you like some off-world? I think it's time for me to drink some off-world Jawa egg juice. Come on. Yeah. Look, I hope I was kind of blowing you away today to kind of have you all understand, what this is. Big Dog Pound put in 6 Scale Cantina. The force is strong with you. We are on our way to 2K subs. Yeah, we're only just a few away, baby. Listen, you can't be putting the ranker in here. That's what I'm saying. How could you not? Oh, I'm not going to say anything. Come on, baby. Come on. Man, if you guys did not see it, I'm not going to give anything away. The Book of Boba Fett episode 3 yet. I think it was the absolute best Wow. Look, Patrick puts in here, when spoilers announcement book Boba Fett figures, Hot Toys. Listen, you want to tune in, Patrick, on the Market Show Live this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And is it possible? We haven't done an Is It Possible? When was the last time we talked about possible future releases? But let me tell you something. You have to wonder if I've heard from the Hot Toys Wizard. You have to wonder, when am I going to start 2022 predictions? I was on a roll last year, Patrick. And you have to remember, you have to wonder this too.
They call him the Wizard.
Who the heck is the Hot Toys Wizard? But look, that's kind of the deal with this here. Is and understand, what I've been saying to you is this was very, very low on the list. The regular version is selling right in tandem and right in conjunction with the 2-pack. There was a lot of inside information that the single version was actually selling more than the 2-pack for a few months, or for a long time actually within last year. And you're seeing kind of an evident now. And a lot of people just weren't that jazzed about Boba Fett and the robes. They just weren't. Go back and look at the comments. People were more jazzed about Boba Fett on the throne. But the thing about this is the moment. The thing about Han and Chewbacca 2-pack is not that the fact that you get Han and Chewbacca in a 2-pack. Okay? Putting that on the side of the screen there. It's not the fact that you get Han and Chewbacca in a 2-pack. It's the fact that it's Han and Chewbacca from A New Hope. That's the moment. When you get R2-D2 and C-3PO released in a 2-pack eventually by Hot Toys, is it possible? It's going to be about that moment, all the moments of C-3PO and R2-D2 together. It's not like just putting in a 2-pack. It's not just that. It's about a moment. Why do you think so many people in these chats, they want to see C-3PO and R2-D2 2-pack? Yeah, some of them because they need R2 and they need to see C-3PO. But for a lot of collectors, it's about just having a package, having a release that's R2-D2 and C-3PO. And make no mistake about it, this 2-pack is about a moment. And they're not going to release this moment again. They've got other Boba Fetts that they have to concentrate on. You're certainly not going to get this head sculpt. Pulling this up onto the screen from Maximum Rex with the $1.99 $2 bombs. Spill the news, Jedi. It's going to be coming, baby. It's going to be coming. We're going to be getting into Ahsoka. We're going to be getting into Jango. I've got some thoughts on it. I've got some information on it. I've got some news on it. So you have to wonder just what it is. Well, thank you so much, Maximum Rex, and everybody who's out over there. We're going to be getting into that in just a little bit over here. And I think we're getting close to doing that. But I'm just making my final point on this 2-pack. And thank you so much, Maximum Rex. That is coming. So I will spill the coffee as I spill the news. And you guys lose your crap over it. Whether in a good way or in a bad way. But listen, that's what this is. They're the best case scenario, and I'm going to bring this up again. Best case scenario, this stays in stock 5 months, but it's going to be gone. And once it's gone forever. And it's going to perform like the Han Solo and Chewbacca from the sequels? No. Although that figure is approaching the $700 tier range. And if it could double in price, would certainly be a grail. And I think it will get to grail someday. And I've talked about that. If you're a Cantina insider, I do a lot of expanded analysis. Like I did a ton on this 2-pack just the other day, which I think just about every insider on 6 Scale Cantina, which there's many. I'm going to thank you so much for your support. Like the video. If you like expanded analysis, I actually did a whole half-hour show just for insiders. You may want to consider becoming a Cantina insider. Just go to 6scalecantina.com. There's a little blue thing there. You can kind of look through everything, see all the batters. You can just go to the channel here. Look at the join button. But anyway, I've talked about this. And I also talked about the Han Solo and Chewbacca sequels set, why I think that'll be a grail, including the Last Jedi Carrie Fisher figure, including all the Lukes from the sequels, and including, of course, Han Solo for sure. Anyway, let's continue to go here and get into Ahsoka so we can get to the big news. But anyway, TK puts up over here, I would say maybe even 3 months in stock, depending on how many more Rogue Boba scenes we get in the next episodes. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I said realistically, 3 or 4 months is what I was saying when I started this conversation. But remember, I said probably is not definite, and the possibility for all the possibilities I mentioned is what it is. And go do your homework on past Boba Fett's. I don't want to hear about quarter scale, but you could look at that now where that is. That's like over $1,000 right now. You can't even get it. But you can just do the math, and this combined with the epic moment, and this combined with maybe the best Star Wars Hot Toys release of all time, and this combined with perhaps the best Hot Toys release of all time, it has a lot of monikers to it. But let me go ahead and flash this on the screen, and let me pull this banner up for you here. Okay. So let me just pull this right up. Is the Clone Wars Ahsoka head sculpt changing? And you have to wonder, is it possible that I received some inside information on this Ahsoka figure? And I say yes. Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this information once I tell you what this information is. But let me actually pull up onto the screen this in particular. Let me just pull Ahsoka up onto the screen. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the Artillery Trooper True. I know that dropped. We got to talk about Jango thoughts. But here we go. Here's Ahsoka. Here is Ahsoka. Looks so good. Looks so good. So the inside information that I have received is that this Ahsoka figure has underwent some changes. I'm going to say that again. This Ahsoka figure has undergone some changes. Now, like any news, I take it all with a grain of salt. These inside informations. I personally don't believe that the inside information is accurate. But there is a possibility it is. But why are you saying that, Aries? Because part of me does not want it to be true. I'm just going to give you my heart. This broke the internet. Rex broke the internet. Obviously, the Boba Fett 2-pack broke the internet. This broke the internet. This broke the internet in such a big way. And it's perfect just the way it is. Remember that Billy Joel song? I love you just the way you are. 107 in here. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. Hit the like button as we talk about the news with Ahsoka. I just don't want it to be true. Now, inside information could go a bunch of ways. They could have changed something with the lightsaber. They could have changed something with the articulation. They could have changed something with something else. They could have added something to it. They couldn't have touched the head sculpt. But pretty much the notion is the head sculpt was changed. And part of the factor within this inside information is that all the other Clone Wars figures that have head sculpts, Rex, Anakin, the forthcoming Obi-Wan, Maul, they all capture the actors from the movie. And that this would be the only one that doesn't. And that this came out before was announced, before they officially announced and the signing, they knew they were signing Rosario Dawson, but they didn't have it dotted down, so they kept it quiet. And they're going to want that uniformity, Disney, with the way that these figures are coming out. Is it possible that I buy that? Maybe. My heart's still telling me, why in God's name would you change this? Why? Why? It was perfect just the way it is. But I understand the business sense in doing it in so many different levels. Again, I'm just hoping to God that it's not true. And I've gotten so much insider information, and some of it's true and some of it's not. And some of it they hit, some of it's not true. I know when I get information from the Hot Toys Wizard, that's always accurate. Which did this not come from? This came from insider information. But listen, the Hot Toys Wizard.
They call him the Wizard.
All right. I have to get some thoughts from the Hot Toys Wizard on this. Because the Hot Toys Wizard, he, she, or it would certainly know. Is this inside information accurate? And look, I understand that Disney, all the other ones match actors. This one does not. This is more, the Clone Wars animated look, but I really don't think so. I mean, in my view, I don't buy that. I really don't buy that. Do you buy that? Let me pull this up on the screen. I mean, it does. But it looks like a real person. It just looks like a head sculpt of an actress we don't know. I mean, let's look at this. I mean, I have no problem with this. I mean, even pulling that up next to Hayden Christensen. Come on, let's talk about it. I mean, it looks perfect. This looks perfect. I didn't hear one person say this looks too cartoony and he looks too human. I mean, for the way they did this Ahsoka. It's like they picked an actress I don't know. I mean, maybe very slightly. Maybe did they slightly maybe alter it to have some Rosario Dawson features? I don't know. I hope they don't mess with it because it was perfect the way it was, the way it is, the way it is. I mean, just look at that. Just look at how freaking awesome that looks. So, I personally believe this was delayed because the focus was to get the 2-pack out because of the book of Boba Fett. And the purpose is to get the Jango out, which we're going to talk about in a little bit because of the book of Boba Fett. And the focus was to get some of these other figures out. And also they had focus on a lot of stuff with Spider-Man. Let's not forget that. And with the Clone Wars, the Rex and the 501st just selling like wildfire, Coruscant Guard, it almost makes sense that you could delay this a little bit because the more that you continue to buy Rex, the more that you continue to buy the 501st, the more that you continue to buy the Coruscant Guard, the more this is going to be absolutely an epic release. And is it possible that I think that that's the delay? And I say yes. However, must share with you the information that I received, that I was telling you all when I came back from vacation, that I had a hint personally that I think that the reason when I saw this delay to February or March, I didn't get no inside information on that. But I was just thinking, hey, what is Disney doing here? Why is this delayed that long? And I think if they're making any minor adjustments to this, which is the inside information that I received, that there's been adjustments made to this, it sure as heck better have not been with this head sculpt. And maybe it's with something else. And maybe it's just going to look better than this prototype, but it's the same exact image here. Look, you got Rosario Dawson Ahsoka, which I absolutely can't wait for, coming out later this year. And to me, that's good enough. And there's going to be plenty of opportunity to do more younger Ahsokas. Because is it possible that they're going to have flashbacks of us for Ahsoka, for Rosario Dawson in the Ahsoka series? Well, they had them for Din Djarin, and they're having them for Boba Fett. So you, especially with the Order 66 thing, they're going to tie in with Luke. There's already giant rumors that Rosario Dawson's going to be working with Mark Hamill. All that stuff's going to get tied in. Sure, they're going to have flashbacks. You get a different figure. And I just don't see the logic in doing it. But just let this figure be. Let it come on out. And then let us get all the Rosario Dawson likeness of Ahsoka in the future. I'll buy them all, baby. But you do have to wonder. I've talked about it. Now I'm hearing inside information about it. I'm not sure. Do I buy it? My heart tells me no. And do I buy it from a business perspective? Why? Why would you? If it ain't, here's an old thing, an old adage. I'm gonna bring this up. An old saying. If it ain't broke, baby, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Come on. All right, let me get to some of your responses in the chat because I know this is near and dear to so many. Mark McKinley puts in flashbacks equals a big cash cow. Sure. You get to put out the older versions. Starkiller puts in, she's gorgeous in the head sculpt. No hot toys. Please don't change it. Yeah, I agree. I'm putting this on. Alex Lynch, welcome in here, Alex. Could be because there's going to be a Clone Wars flashback scene in Obi-Wan show, and young Ahsoka is in that scene, and it looks like Rosario. Yeah, that's part of the inside information that I'm receiving, and part of what I was warning about last week with 106 in here, Alex. I just don't want it to be true. And is it possible that it's still not true? And I say it's possible. I mean, I'm banking on that the change is not going to be in the head sculpt. If anything, they'll make it better if it's possible, because I think it's perfect. Maximum Rex, but save us, Hot Toys Wizard, and you're a witchcraft. Come on. How many of you know that the Hot Toys Wizard interrupted this program earlier today? I think he was general. How many of you like that? I actually didn't get the chance to look at any of the comments. Let me know if any of you want me to replay that before I end the show a little bit later. And Starkiller puts in, Wizard, use your powers and keep the head sculpt the same. I need the wizard juice, baby. I need the wizard juice. Howard, are you watching? Hit the like button so Howard sees this. Howard, everybody in the chat, put in if you don't want to change. Howard, nobody wants the head sculpt change. Is it possible you'll tell Disney to shove it and you're just going to keep it the same? I don't know. My heart tells me it's going to stay the same. I really do. That's what I'm hoping for. Andy Rod, yeah, no, just no. Look, that's what I'm hearing, and I don't like it either. Kind of, I don't like it. Yeah, Starkiller. Worst possible news if it's true. Let's see, Single Songwriter. I think they changed her red lipstick and a few other things, but not the face. Yes, that would be fine, and that would be good actually. Okay, because that would be more accurate, right? With 112 in here, right? Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think, girls. Maybe that's what they did. Because that's the inside information, is they changed some things and not necessarily the head sculpt, but I'm getting all this, information on why or whatnot. But I already talked about the reasons why if they would change it, earlier last week when I came back from vacation, when I was hunting for Ahsoka Tano. And I'm telling you right now, it would just be a bad move if they went ahead and changed this. We haven't seen the flashback yet of Ahsoka Tano with a Rosario Dawson likeness. So why do I need to see it now? Let me first see it on screen. And then give me that version too, and I'll buy it. I'll buy it in 2 seconds. This is the OG one, though. This is the one that broke the internet. This is the one that people have been waiting for, baby. A lot of people anyway. Now, I understand a lot of people canceled their pre-orders on this and they want the Rosario Dawson one. I cannot wait to get that Rosario Dawson DX one. It's going to be one of the... that head sculpt looks amazing. We just see the final production. I mean, these figures come right now, the Boba Fett 2-pack. That Boba Fett head sculpt from the 2-pack is number one. But man, when you got Fennec looming, and don't forget about that Ahsoka, that's going to look awesome. But he'll give us another one. Don't change this. Luke puts in, gosh, I hope they haven't changed the head sculpt to a Dawson look. Look, when it comes out, baby, and they haven't changed it, and they just change the lipstick to where it's accurate, like single songwriter said, making change the red lipstick. We're going to be like so freaking excited with this release. Is it possible that I will go live and Raw? And I say yes. Look for it, baby. Look for it. Come on. Putting these all on. So many different comments on this. Look at this from Paul. Star Wars Universe going, no, it's not changing. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't want it to change. And I think you're right. Putting this on here, Patrick 181000. The $5 bomb. You, my favorite show. Have a drink on me. Have a drink on me. How many of you like Back in Black? I hit the sack. Who wants some off-roll Java egg juice? You want some, Patrick? Appreciate that, man. This is one of my favorite shows. I love doing live. I'm talking about for me actually doing. People ask me, you like doing live and Raw? Better than the Market Show live? Better than the Aries Character Show? I don't like any one of them better than I love them all. There is a very interesting dynamic when it's just me, myself, and I doing live and Raw. And in fact, I get to spend so much time concentrating on you guys in here. It makes it, it's just different. And it's definitely one of my most fun things to do. Thank you so much, Patrick. I'm saving for the rancor. What rancor? Putting this up in here. Paul Morales, just saying they are not changing the head sculpt on Ahsoka. They better not, baby. They better not. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Max's Geekdom puts us in. 2-pack Boba is actually sitting at 6 on Sideshow for everything. Yeah, look, we talked about this on the Manahat Collectible show last Friday. And, that wasn't going to pass the Iron Man, perhaps. Or, I knew it was going to pass all those. And I think it's going to pass Doctor Strange. I think it's going to pass some of the Spideys. So is it possible it's going to be number one? And I say yes. Look, you're going to be getting the reviews that are going to be coming out in monstrous abundance over the next week and over the weekend. And you have to wonder. That's going to push this first batch way out. And we've already talked about that, but I want to stay on Ahsoka. Rebel Scum puts it, Mr. Chad, you changed. Me no buying a long time. Hit the like button so he sees it. Mr. Chad, leave it the same. Come on. Come on. Yes, please replay the Wizard. I was watching Boba. Don't you want me to get to the Jango news? Or do you want me to play? I'm going to get to who wants me to get to the Jango news? You want me to get to the Jango news? It's really just Jango and Albert. It's just my thoughts on Jango. Or you want me to replay the Hot Toys Wizard? Which one you want? Or you want them both? Patrick, Shock T will one day be a Hot Toys? I think the whole, and I say yes. I think Star Wars is going to get so hot. We're going to talk about that on the Market Show Live this coming Saturday. We haven't talked about future releases. And you have to wonder, Patrick, just how hot can Star Wars get with Favreau and Filoni and Deborah Chow and everything that's going on Disney Plus? I feel like they're hitting it out of the park with this book of Boba Fett. We haven't seen anything yet, but I'll tell you, like I opened the show, and I'm not giving away any spoilers. But I saw the Book of Boba Fett this afternoon, episode 3, and holy crap, baby, I spilled my coffee. And is it possible that I thought it was the best show so far? I think each show is getting better than the other. I really, really do. And I say, yes. Come on. And let me know. Do you want the wizard again? And do you want me to get to Jango? Or do you want me to just get to Jango? Let me know. I know some of you in here didn't see the interruption. I was rudely, outrageously interrupted from the Hot Toys Wizard earlier. How dare he? And he was a he this time. Be different if he was disguised as Fennec Shand. That maybe he could interrupt me. Anyway, what about the rumors of the boxes of Ahsoka sitting waiting to announce? Did they take those boxes back to change that, or would those be unchanged? I actually think that, I actually don't think they're, if the rumor, why would these be sitting in the docks? You're not going to have toy box. Here's my point. I brought this up last week. Because when I came back from vacation, I got so many messages of like, hey, did you see the mall was delayed to the spring, late spring? And you got freaking Clone Wars Ahsoka coming out February, March. And I knew they were going to start shipping this Boba Fett probably this week or next week. Why aren't they shipping the Ahsoka? And it's one thing if it's in boats, but they're certainly going to get a first batch that they could air freight in, because this is an epic release. I don't know. I think maybe that rumor is false, to be honest with you, Toy Box. Maybe that's what it is. If it's sitting over there, they should just release it. Single songwriter put, remember, Rey had awful red lips, man. That prototype was so bad, single songwriter. It was horrible. Awful red lips and face, and then when she came out, she looked great. Yeah, I think that would probably be if they made any change. That's what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the Rey looked actually did it look pretty. It actually looked like Jennifer Garner. It just didn't look like Rey. It did. Go back and look at the prototype. It looked like Jennifer Garner a little bit. I thought I was watching Alias, or seriously. But that was a good show. Anyway, Big Dog Pound, I'm going to make your day. Is it possible? Can we get Black Cranston Hot Toys? And I say, abso-freaking-lutely. There's no doubt, baby. We are going to be getting this figure. And woo! We're going to be talking about that with Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, coming up this Saturday on the Market Show Live. Come on. Come on. Yeah, single songwriter. I agree with that. I agree. They're going to mess us up these next episodes. Both. Jango. I think we'll go with Jango and then we'll replay it. Yes, replay the wizard. I will replay the wizard. All right. Let me pull this up onto the screen. Where is this? Okay. Is Jango releasing next week? Without giving away anything in the Book of Boba Fett, and I think everybody has seen the first episode by now. So obviously, you've seen that there is a flashback of actually Attack of the Clones. And there's rumors out there that they're going to go more into that perhaps as this goes on. And from a business perspective, you actually witnessed, we've witnessed the simultaneous release of Boba Fett last week, episode 2, with the 2-pack, which was perfect. And you have to wonder, are they also looking at when the best time to release this Jango Fett is? And it's 1,000% going to be in conjunction with one of these upcoming episodes, whether it's the episode next week, which is very, very likely, that you could wake up in the morning, get ready to watch episode 4, chapter 4 of the book of Boba Fett. Now, wouldn't you have a big, darn smile in your face where you would spill your coffee if you got official final production photos of this? And really, this is what I think is delaying them all. This is what I think is delaying the Ahsoka. As aforementioned, those 501st, the Coruscant Guard, the Rex, they're having no problem with all these clone figures are selling. And the more that they continue to sell, the more demand there's even going to be for Ahsoka. Because how many of you are going to have Rex in a 501st and a Coruscant Guard? You're going to pick up Ahsoka. You're going to pick up Ahsoka. And probably when you pick up Ahsoka, if you notice, Maul looks like he comes out after. You probably need the Maul. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Hit the like button. Did you subscribe yet? Did you call your aunt? Did you call your sister? Did you call your grandma? Did you call your friend next door? Before I started the show, we were 20 away from 2K. Let's just get to it. Let's get to 2K subs, baby. Call out your emissaries. Send out Jango Fett. Send out Boba Fett. Look, there makes no sense. Let's go ahead and release Jango Fett once Boba Fett series is over, once all the hype is into Obi-Wan Kenobi and Hayden Christensen. Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. Let's go ahead then and officially show the Jango pictures, which a lot of people aren't going to care about as much, and they're going to be really into the Obi-Wan series. Makes no sense. And if you notice, right here I got it on the screen, and maybe make sure I have it big enough because I'm looking at that screen. And I do. Look right here. It hasn't changed. January 2022 to March 2022. And they have the Boba Fett, which I just had up on the screen earlier. January 2022 to February 2022. And you know that Boba Fett, you're going to start getting shipping notices within the next week or two. Is it possible that this is going to be in conjunction with the book of Boba Fett? And I say, yes. This is my thoughts on this. Buckle up, baby. And look, I understand it's hefty because, you got to spend a lot for that 2-pack. But again, people are spending a lot, on just Boba Fett by itself. Come on. We're going to show that again where it is. Just look at this, man. Oh, my goodness. They're already doing, this is 1,008,000,000% and going to be coming over the next week or two. This makes absolutely no sense not to. Just look at this figure again, man. How many of you are jonesing for this? Are looking forward to this figure? I'll get to your chats here, but come on. Just look at that. Man, I can't wait. This is the time to release this. Not during the Obi-Wan series. This is the time to release this. That's the news. That's the logic. That's the breadcrumbs. For sure. And going back over here, and let's see if I could sort this out. It's going to be sorted out. What's hot? Fennec. What's hot? Boba Fett. What's hot? Boba Fett. What's hot? Another Mandalorian. Din Djarin. What's hot? Another Mandalorian, Din Djarin. What's hot? More Tamora Morrison likeness. 501st. 501st Rex. They all look like Tamora Morrison. What's hot? Boba Fett on the throne. Notice how this throne, and I brought this up before, notice how this throne is way above this single version, which makes sense. But remember, I was telling you that I got inside information. The other one was that this item here was selling actually more than the 2-pack. before a lot of the stuff with the book of Boba Fett. You can see it here. There's not much discrepancy with that. They are neck and neck, and this single version is selling more. But this is the time to release Jango. Come on. And come on. And for those that are coming in late, and it goes right with it, let's go ahead and play this interruption today from the Hot Toys Wizard.
This is an emergency interruption from the Hot Toys Wizard. And as you can see, I am TK FOMO once again. And the reason I am him once again is because he is newly promoted. He is now General TK FOMO. And you have to wonder, just why is he a general? Because, is it possible it's because of that 2-pack Boba Fett? And I say, yes. Listen, all this FOMO for the 2-pack Boba Fett. The 2-pack Boba Fett has joined the ranks of Count Dracula, Jason Voorhees, Frankenstein, Michael Myers, the weirdo dude from Saw, and so on and so forth. It's so scary, all this FOMO. Listen, baby, I have looked into my Palantir, and oh, shut the hell up, you little twerp thing. I gotta get a new one. Screw this little ball. Anyway, listen to me. I have seen the future, and I am telling you right now that this 2-pack Boba Fett, call it fear, call it being logical, call it just using common sense. If you want to spend $1,000 on it in a year or a couple of years, to just sit on it. Take your FOMO and shove it up your canoe. This has to do with common sense. Hey, listen, if Spider-Man movie comes out, or if a Marvel Avengers movie comes out, or a new Star Wars movie comes out, and you want to see it opening night, you're going to wait 3-4 days to get your tickets? Has nothing to do with fear. It's called using your noggin. I don't always buy coffee out, but what I do, I choose it from Aries, but I have my own wizard sugar. Yeah, all right.
Gotta love the Wizard. He interrupted me early, but I thought it was quite interesting. When's he going to show up as Julia Roberts? I have a funny feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of the Hot Toys Wizard this year. You have to wonder. Anyway, come on. Did you hit the like button yet? How many of you hit the like button? Let's go. We've got 105 in here. Let's hit the like button, baby. Jango's coming. Let me get to some thoughts in there. How many of you agree with me and think that Jango's coming? This is just the Dark Jedi Aries analysis. I didn't see the time change on Sideshow website. I've seen the Ahsoka change. I've seen the Clone Wars Mall change. I really feel that this is the time to be releasing the Fets, because this is when the Fets are hot. In a way, I mean, it would be very difficult right now to release Ahsoka and the Clone Wars Maul and the Clone Wars Anakin, and then drop the bomb on the freaking Clone Wars Obi-Wan, which they're going to do, and then have the 2-pack of Boba Fett. You might as well delay the Jango. It's so many figures. So I actually think that they're doing this right. I actually think the right figures are coming out at the right time. And is it possible that Jango is going to be coming out because it just makes sense to come out now, and that date is January, basically the same as the 2-pack Boba Fett set? And I say yes, but what do you say in the chat? And let's go to Max's Kingdom. Max's Geekdom says at least by the end of the series with Jango. Is it possible? I agree with Max's Geekdom. And I say yes. And Xander puts in agreed. Combat Evolve. Combat in the house. Welcome, Combat. Big supporter of 6 Scale Cantina. Agreed. Absolutely. Big Dog Pound. I agree. Jango is coming. ASAP for sure. Star Killer. They call him the Wizard.
They call him the Wizard.
Yeah, baby. TK 592. Jango within the next few weeks for sure. TK 592. What do you think of TK FOMO's promotion in general? TK FOMO. Anyway, Combat Evolve put in Jango is definitely coming soon. Rolling over. Yeah, poor BB-8. He was missing his head, and then he kind of got tossed on the floor. The Wizard is Big Dog Poundputs classic. Listen, is it possible I'm going to blow you all the way this year? With how many different variations the Hot Toys Wizard is going to morph into. Maybe right here with Ric Flair. Maybe Ric Flair. You never know. Screw this little ball. Yeah, that was kind of funny stuff that he put in there. Xander puts in, oh man, so close to 2K subs. Also, LMAO, the helmet and the voice. Love it. Listen, go ahead if you're in here and hit subscribe on 6 Scale Cantina. So if you hit subscribe, you would know that I was going live at Raw tonight. Okay. Number one. Number two, you get all the latest news on Hot Toys. You get all the latest news on the channel. And go ahead. Tell your mother. Tell your cousin. Tell your sister. Tell your brother. Tell everyone. Tell your friend at work. Let's go subscribe right now. Let's hit it before we get off the show, baby. TK Army. Yeah, I agree, Combat. Flashback of Clone Wars Ahsoka in Obi-Wan show would be crazy and change everything. Yeah, it'd be kind of epic, baby. It would be kind of crazy. Yes, Jango. Yes. Getting that Jango for sure. Puts in TK592, getting that Jango for sure. It's Tamora. It is Tamora time. That's why I think that this is coming out now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's continue to go down over here. Putting this in here. Ready for orders for General TK FOMO. Come on. How many of you would buy that? I'd buy it. I don't know. I really never heard of this TK FOMO until the Hot Toys Wizard, sent in here. That's awesome. Let's see over here. Andrew F. Is it possible I need to get another job to cover all these new figures? And he says, yes. Do you need 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 5 jobs, 6 jobs? Come on. Yeah, agreed. Jango is coming soon. Yes, yeah, look, it's going to be coming, guys. It's going to be coming. So let me give you the last call over here. The last call for your coffee haul. What table are you at? Who needs a refill? I've got regular. Look, I still got some regular. Look, the decaf has just about as much in it. Who's taking decaf? Do you want Tauntaun hazelnut milk with that? Do you want regular half and half? Do you want off-world Jawa eggnog to go inside some of that coffee? Do you want some off-world Jawa egg juice? Do you want some spatchka? How about deluxe spatchka? Should have pulled out the deluxe spatchka. I think we're all out of it. Wizard juice from the Hot Toys Wizard. Come on. Last call. Let's go over this. So TK592, it's now General FOMO. You got it. Put this up on the screen here from Combat Evolve. Republic headquarters. Clone Wars is very important. It gave us Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, extended Maul story, Cad Bane. I think all YouTubers should give it a chance for sure. For sure. It's dynamic. It's epic. It's awesome. And these characters are awesome. And look, that's another thing. You bring up that Bo-Katan. And make no mistake about it, people don't just need to buy Combat Evolve, that Bo-Katan. They don't have to buy that Bo-Katan just for the Mandalorian. They really don't. And is it possible that some people don't even know in here that Katie Sackhoff, who's playing Bo-Katan in The Mandalorian, is actually the voice actress for Bo-Katan? And I say, yes. There's a lot of reasons to get that Bo-Katan figure. And is it also possible that Bo-Katan figure actually works with the Clone Wars Anakin and the Captain Rex and all the other figures and the Clone Wars Ahsoka as it stands now. And it won't change because my heart says it won't change. And I agree with single songwriter. They're just going to fix that lipstick. That's all they're going to do. Because it makes no sense to do it. And shame on you, Disney, if you make Hot Toys do it. Anyway, real the news. I gave you my thoughts on that. But listen, I say yes. Because they're using real live action movie and TV show actors for these Clone Wars figures, unlike Sideshow. So Bo-Katan fits in, even if you don't want her for the Mandalorian, even if you don't care about the Mandalorian, even if you could care less about the Mandalorian. You absolutely want that figure because it absolutely goes with season 7 of the Clone Wars, where you can put it right with your Ahsoka, baby. Come on. Go well with the whole thing. It'll go with the Coruscant guards. It'll go with Maul. It'll go with Rex. It'll go with the whole 9 yards, baby. Bo-Katan is a sleeper. And I understand. I don't want to hear any more about this. You can't see me. My time is now. It's the franchise. Come on. I'll brush your mouth like Colgate. Just like Rey came out great. It's going to come out awesome. Just like all these figures came out great. It's going to come out awesome. And that is a sleeper, babies. That is a sleeper. Come on. I mean, the Bo-Katan. As we're, I got to pull it up now. I got to pull up Bo-Katan. Because it goes with the Clone Wars. I mean, it goes. Is it possible that this goes with just as much? And thank you so much for that super chat there, Combat. You're awesome. Look, baby. Yeah, just look at this. Just look, and let me pull it up a little bigger. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks great anyway, but this goes with the Clone Wars just as much as with the Mandalorian, in my view. And anybody who has any problem with the, let's look at that. Oh my goodness, this Mandalorian is going to be hot. Yeah, they're going to fix it up. Her jaw, her cheekbone, lower cheekbone to meeting her jaw is too wide. They got to just bring that in a little bit and it's perfect. Yeah, this is a hot Clone Wars release. It works. It works great for both. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could consider this a Clone Wars release coming on up. Can't wait to talk about some of these figures that are going to be coming up in the market show live this coming Saturday for sure. But look, let me give you I'm going to pull this up on the screen again. And I just got to go over this one more time. Let me give you my final thoughts again on this figure. And it's going to be something that I think we're all going to talk about for a very, 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 very long time. I do think that this is the best Star Wars head sculpt to date. This Tamora Morrison version of Boba Fett, everybody. I'm just being honest. And again, if you did a side-by-side comparison, people in the public or any of us, and you're kind of like, hey, which is from the movie, which is from Hot Toys, you may have a hard time. I mean, just look at that. It's not only one of the best head sculpt, I think, for Star Wars Hot Toys of all time. It rivals any of the best head sculpts of anything Hot Toys has done. Could be the best ever. And as far as Star Wars releases, I think that this is the number one. And I brought up things before earlier in the show. And if you're coming in late, go back and watch it. It's pretty epic. We talked about the DX07. You got to consider that. We talked about the Hot and Chewbacca 2-pack from A New Hope. You got to consider that. We talked about Tarkin and Vader. You got to consider that. Well, I'm telling you right now, even when considering all that for me, and I brought up again, as you know, just like Anthony from the 6 Scale Mafia was looking at The Alec Guinness head sculpt and the Peter Cushing in person, those figures last week, even with just this picture. And we've all seen the videos so far that have come out, and they haven't even begun yet. This looks like perhaps the most epic Hot Toys release of all time. Are you kidding me? And I mean, just look at some of these shots. What the heck? Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. And I can't wait to get this. Like I said, I have it on, I have this on pre-order at Sideshow. And I really do think we're going to be getting our notices in either this week or next week. And go back and look at the emails on when they said that was coming out. It just makes perfect sense. And plus what they were saying on their, I mean, just look at this. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, it just looks so good. And I know we've talked about it, but I'm telling you right now, if this is not a figure you're interested in and you can care less about it, who cares? Don't buy it. But if you love this figure and you have it budgeted and you're going to get this figure, don't sleep on it. Just like any previous Boba Fett. You don't want to be crying. People saying, oh, I wish I got the vintage color Boba Fett. I wish I got that deluxe again when it was reissued when I could. I wish I got the Attack of the Clones Yoda when it was reissued and I could. I couldn't believe that Vader sold out in 3-4 months. They all sell out in 3 or 4 months. Are you kidding me? What's going to be any different with this? And again, I'm bringing this up onto the screen. When you sort this out, best-selling wise, it was number one for 3 or 4 weeks, and then it took a nosedive at that price. When the best car Mandalorians, look where they are. They're basically the same spot. I mean, they were number 1 and 2, and then they stayed between 1 and 3. Forever! Imitating Gollum from the original cartoon. Anyway, some of you remember that. Look, it went way down so far. I got to sort this out with 72 a page. It was down. And I told you there was inside information that the single version was actually selling more than the 2-pack, which we all know that there's no way that this version here, which is behind all of these figures, was going to sell as much as Boba and the Throne. It was a little bit different because people were down on this Boba Fett in the robes, which is why I don't think you're going to get another figure with Boba Fett in the robes, at least by himself, without Boba Fett in the armor. People want the armor. I'm just being honest with you. And there's never been a Boba Fett or Darth Vader that sits in here that's a 6 scale. They just go. Look, baby. If this is a figure that you want and you think you can wait 6 months to do it and just be casual, I wouldn't. I would put your NRD down. I would go reserve it. Because it's not going to be in there like these best car Mandalorians, which were between number 1 and 4 for a year. And this was number 1 and 4 for 1 and 2 for not even a month. A huge, dynamic, gigantic difference. And a huge, gigantic, large price difference. Come on, baby. Put 2 and 2 together. I'm telling you. Jango's next. Jango is next. And I think it's possible it could be coming next week. I really do. I think that's what we're looking at over here. I think you're going to see Jango Fett. And I think it's going to be coming real quick, fast, in a hurry. And I think that's more of the reason why the Clone Wars Mall and the Ahsoka was delayed. And not because they needed to change lipstick, which I probably think that they did. Actually, if I were to bet on that, I'm sure that they did. I think that they had to delay the production. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. And I gave you all my last call. And yep, absolutely. I was looking through some of the chats over here. Wish those STC would come in stock. Yeah. Also to get head sculpt with Cobb, Casca, Axe too. We're going to get all those, baby. And we're going to talk about it this coming Saturday on the Market Show Live. What about Anakin, Aries? What about Anakin? Well, as we close the show over here, I can tell you right now, the Clone Wars Anakin is probably going to be released in conjunction with the Clone Wars Ahsoka. That's my game. And I think that they're going to do that. It's going to be a little bit before the Obi-Wan series starts. Getting that out. I don't think we're going to have to wait too long out Ahsoka. I actually do think it'll probably drop in February. I just think they wanted to get the Jango and they wanted to get the Boba Fett out. Brother Cousin's toy reviews in the house. Here is another one that you absolutely must subscribe to. And if you go to 6scalecantina.com and you go to the section, the tab, and let me actually just go to it. Where it's resources and links, you can subscribe to Brother Cousins right in there. So let me go ahead and kind of blow this up so you can see it. So there is 6scalecantina.com. Go to your resources and links page, which is the tab right over from the market value chart. And you can see right in here, Brother Cousins is in this whole list. Go through the list, find Brother Cousins, click on him and hit the subscribe button, baby, or just type him in on just type him in on YouTube and make sure you subscribe to this man. He is absolutely awesome. And I'm going to be, as possible, that I am on Brother Cousin's show tomorrow night, Thursday. And I say, yes. So look for the Dark Jedi on Best of the Best with Brother Cousins on Thursday night. Is it also possible that I am going to be on Say What? Which I was trying to make. It's either going to be tonight or next week with Lael from 1/6 Scale Man. And I say yes. Either tonight, next week, or both, or certainly next week for sure. I will be on Say What, so you don't want to miss that next Wednesday, which I believe his Start Chest show is like 9 or probably 9:30. But look for that. I will be on that show at least next week for sure. Looking forward to that. Be on Brother Cousins tomorrow. We'll have the Market Show live. We'll have the Market Show live this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I will be live and raw again this coming Monday, right at 8 o'clock, right after 6 Scale Mafia, Anthony. We'll go 8 to 9:30 with live and raw next Monday. And then I will be back next Wednesday and every Wednesday with the Aries Tarrington Show live, just like we did with Anthony from 6 Scale Mafia last Wednesday. Today was a special. We went live and raw on Wednesday. So you could be expecting those segments all the time. And going back over here with this, remember, so you can subscribe to everybody right there on the resources and links page. Don't forget, if you like what you heard here today, and you actually want to get even more in-depth number analysis and heightened thoughts on why I think this 2-pack Boba Fett is going to be perhaps the greatest Star Wars release in the secondary market of all time, and when exactly I feel like this is going to go on waitlist, you may want to consider becoming a Cantina Insider. Just go to 6 Scale Cantina, and you can look at this little teal banner here on the right, and you'll see some of a very small sampling of some of the shows that are up. Like right here, you see Reissue, Locks and Nevers, What Goes Into the Chart. You see the Matrix background, the Wizard hosted show. I wonder what TK or CT unit that is. NWO and Grogu, what's that about? Rex unboxing. I got other unboxings coming up. You're going to see my Jyn Erso unboxing. I got a Force Awakens Chewbacca unboxing. Is it possible you're going to see the quarter scale Grogu unboxing coming in a couple of weeks? Because I already got the figure and from Sideshow, and I say yes. So all that, again, look for me coming up on Say What this week or next week or both, and certainly next week. Look for me on Brother Cousins tomorrow with Best of the Best. Always on Dante's on Friday. This Friday is having a special show, but I'll be on next Friday. The Man of Hot Collectibles. Don't miss me this Saturday as well on the Market Show Live. And from time to time, too, I'm also on Will Fox Vacations, collector's mingle that he has on Sunday as well, and other shows as well. Anthony's, just keep an eye out for me. But this was fun tonight, my friends. This was absolutely fun. I'm going up, making sure I didn't miss anybody over here. So remember, and thank you, brother cousins. I don't always buy coffee out. But when I do, I buy from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends. We will see you tomorrow night. Stay thirsty.